Before the world knew flame or fate, before the sanctum raised its gate, a dragon wandered tired and worn through misty skies of silver morn. It searched for peace, a place to lie, beneath the glow of moonlit sky, and in a valley hushed between two gentle hills of twilight green, it bowed its head in softened light and drifted deep to dreams of night. It dreamed of fire burning bright, of honor shining pure and white, of moonlit sacred, calm and true, of secrets old and wonders new. From dragon dreams the whispers grew, a hint of halls the world once knew, where mysteries danced in shadowed air, and magic bloomed in hearts that dare. That was the dawn of what would be, where five fought fate and unity. Their story closed, their watch now done, five voices fading into one. And so I speak across the yore, to those who brave what lies before. O hero born of flame or field, of moonlit craft or truth concealed, step forth, past revealed, come soon, your fate unsealed. For now the sanctum stirs to see what new made legends you will be. The dragon breathes the dream once more, a calling through the ancient door. Hero before the past is through, the tale now waits to open you. Take clues I've left and missed and do. Seek what is hidden, chase what's true. For the sanctum keeps its promise still, in silent halls and moonlit chill. It watches all you choose to do, and it's long been waiting here for you.
I guess with that, go ahead, Ray, if you want to take us away and give us the full breakdown recap of the episode.
Hi, so this is Solaris. Last week, Vero, I kind of followed him, saw him going out the window of our little bunk bed situation before we get to the school. He asked if I wanted to come with him. We all went outside. We heard somebody following us, so we were running away. Then we got trapped inside of an alleyway with a wall made of different little flesh things that were whispering power, magic, power. So we were trying to investigate that, and I turned around and was like, "Who's following us? Who is that?" Ended up being one of our sort of teammates. And then after he got in, and we were like, "Okay, why are you following us?" He's like, "Well, I don't want you to mess up our team this year. Do you know what happened last year to our team?" And then we said, "No, we don't." And then we found out. And then there was somebody going after Vero, telling him he was a prince and needed to go back to the castle and was getting abducted. And he said, "No, I'm not." So that was our first battle, and we battled that guy and almost killed him until we like sacrificed. We were like, "All right, we will allow you to live." So then that happened. And then we all kind of ran back towards the school. We had to sneak back in, and we heard Father Talius and Rockman Boy speaking about like hushed subjects about how he had a team that had died before, but there was like we didn't get to be explained why. We don't know why. So we all snuck back in our bed. And then before that, we got to go to the market. I got a ring and some frog legs. I don't know why I was there. I was kind of poking around first time. And then Vero got him some cool like little dagger things and a different weird rock. And then even Schnurr and Jimbo poked around. They talked to the rat man. They messed with their cheese. I mean, it was just a big adventure. And so now we're just waiting to see what happens next.
And I'll catch up with you soon, little pixie friend. Signed, Solaris.
Indeed. Yes.
uh, and
Yeah,
with
that was
that, the
pretty good.
night would have passed unabated without any further events to disturb you. Both Jimbo and Schnurr, you would have received a full rest, while our two late night adventurers, you would have each received a half rest. The night would have continued again unabated. No more events, just a tough night's sleep with all the anxiety of what's to come ahead of you. This magical great promise. And when day finally does break, it is the brightest dawn you have ever seen. The lights jump into the church windows, illuminating the entire room, almost lifting you guys up, helping you levitate out of bed, this energy invigorating you for your morning, for your big journey. You guys begin packing all your stuff up and would even maybe catch up with each other and have a moment before Heimdall would meet with you guys as everybody is flowing out of the dormitories and back into the actual church, the Resistance of Fate. There would be many pleasantries, some soft donut-typed dough concoctions that have been made up. And maybe some like bittersweet type tarts, just something to give you a little boost of energy to start your day. And you may all grab one, a little donut or a tart.
Ooh,
And
I think a tart.
Father Talius and Heimdall and Silith and the other few Adventurer Guild members that you would now see, a long-haired lady with like blonde hair and this tarpaned green cloth wrapped up with bound leather that has these really weird-looking insignias on it. Not like sigils, but more like of a family crest or something like that. And a taller guy with long, mangy hair and two kind of big ram-like horns growing out of the sides of his poofball head. Long black robes laying across him. And these two would have been the leaders of the groups of 4 that we didn't really get to see evaluated. And everyone would kind of like get together, all of the Adventurers Guild members and Father Talius all at the edge of town. And Father Talius would look out across all of you with another big smile, breathing in this moment with you guys. My recruits, today, fate takes you out of our hands and into your own. Your futures can no longer be controlled, decided, or dictated by destiny, but lay in your own choices. Today, you make your way to Mistvale Academy. And with that, his hand begins to glow this golden light before he places it all the way down on the ground, almost crouching down to one knee, his old body groaning and his muscles creaking as he does so. He sets his hand down on the ground. Summon Readied Ally! And a giant sigil would begin to form on the ground, bright, glowing golden yellow colors as the sigil expands in this open field, growing larger than even the church itself. The sigil begins rotating slowly and then faster and faster, glowing brighter and brighter before all of the runes and inscriptions inside of it become unintelligible in this bright bend of light. This huge ring of light eventually extends into the sky like a pillar before the light begins to recede, and in its place is a giant floating pirate ship. A massive, long-bowed, darkened oak ship with a single pirate ghost captain. And a large plank drops down from the top deck down to the ground where you guys are that you can climb up. The ship hums softly. There's runes alongside the hull of it. It's glowing with this soft color reflecting Father Talius's magic. The long iron rudders that are like running along the bottom of it groan and squeak as if this thing has seen many years out on the open ocean. The spectral captain is translucent, calm, a big welcoming smile on his face as his skeleton hands reach out and wave all of you new recruits to board.
Oh.
Let's hop on the ghost ship.
All of you would be able to start walking
no
and boarding as some of the others would as well. And before you guys could, though, Father Talius would place his hand on your shoulder, Ray. And he'd pull you just to the side, not very far. Heimdall informed me that you have a sick friend nearby. Some affairs you might need helping attended to.
Perhaps.
Well, I am no master of medicine, that is for sure. But my healing and abilities to connect to those around me are unmatched. If you want to trust him, you can give him the sun petal bloom and he will deliver it via owl to your pixie friend.
I mean, I might as well because it don't look like I'm going to deliver it anytime soon. So let's try. Sure.
And you could
Sure, I
even
trust
have
him for
your
now.
letter delivered as well if you wanted.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Do I need to roll for anything?
Nope, you can just, if you trust him, you can
Yep.
just hand it over.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So you would have 2 out of 3 of them left. You would have to only give him 1, just basically enough for the
Yes. In case
antidote.
yes. Okay, yeah. Yep. Let me give one leaf. In my letter, of course.
He smiles acknowledgingly. This isn't a smile that grants you any sort of praise, but it definitely holds within it recognition. He understands how much you care for your friends.
Good.
You know, Solaris, sometimes the lights follows the shadows if the shadows follow the light first.
All right.
Do not fear what you carry. Only fear turning away from it. The moment lingers, his old stern face really drawing on you now, these etched lines of just all of the things he has seen, all of his experience really embodied, and all these wrinkles in his face, as this is the first time you've ever seen him like looking at you so direct without really this big, huge smile. And then he would just, he would take the letter and the sun petal bloom leaf, and as promised, he's going to deliver it to your pixie friend at some point.
Sweet. Yeah. All right,
And then you
great.
guys may all continue along. Vero, if you would a minute, Heimdall calls
I walk over to him.
as the
What is
rest of
Ooh,
you are boarding up
Vera
on this
was
ramp
thinking
finally.
about.
Heimdall looks you over with this wincing look in his eye. He lingers upon all of your features, much like Solaris did to Father Talius, but this looks different. It's as if he's staring at an old friend and about to say goodbye again. His breathing seems off, short, quick. His eyes don't tend to linger anywhere too long, darting, flickering back and forth, before he finally gets the courage to speak again. I've seen talent like yours turn into a burden before. Power doesn't make you dangerous. Certainty does. He places a hand on your shoulder and comes in even closer. If you ever feel alone, you aren't, even when it feels earned. He leans back, his eyes finally catching your eyes directly, and there's no other way to describe this expression on Heimdall's face other than it's as if he's looking at a ghost, as if he's saying goodbye to an old friend again.
Can I grab him on when he pulls back? Can I stretch out my hand and be like, "We'll see each other soon enough, friend."
That same little slight smile returning to his face, like the one, almost exactly like the one we seen Silith, that sly smile of acknowledgement. And then you guys all are able to board up upon the ship, and it's the big, large plank comes lumbering up, and Father Talius calls out from down below, "Your trial has officially begun. Good luck, voyagers. All for one, and one for all," the captain says as the ship begins to joust forward. The ground itself begins to quake as this ship is floating just mere feet above the ground, but all of its pressure seems to still be burning down on the ground itself. It shakes and convulses as this giant ship begins to move forward. You guys may now freely explore around the ship and try and figure out what the trial is.
I want to go under the hull where everything is being stored and check out who is running around down there.
Right?
Could I go talk to the captain to see where we're heading? Like, what are the places we're gonna pass to get to Mistvale?
This massive, gigantic stern on it. It has 3 giant masts, one at the front, one in the middle, and one kind of closer to the back. This is just absolute massive ship. From front to back, you're looking at the opening where you guys would have boarded at, going to this giant kind of that middle hull section there. That would be all the cargo down below. You'd be able to see down there giant crates and all kinds of different things on the second floor. The middle hole there, though, that motherfucker goes all the way down. If you fall down that big black hole there, you fall all the way to the bottom of the ship. And then right behind it is the middlemost mast. There's a couple barrels and crates scattered around, different armaments and different things like that. And then down as you go towards the back, where there's like these bench-looking 3 benches on each side. That is kind of closer to where the stairs would go up, and at the very, very most back there, where there's like a table and a steering wheel and stuff, that would be the captain's quarters somewhere in there. So as you go down and venture to the bottom of it,
Ooh.
Nice.
that is what the very bottommost area of the ship looks like. It would take you some time to get down here, so we'll let you explore it in a little bit.
Go.
But yeah, that is what the most bottom part would look like. It is absolutely packed with supplies, as making a trip to Mistvale is actually very dangerous in of itself, so any opportunity they can to get stuff there will be taken fully taken advantage of. And so this thing is absolutely packed with supplies. I mean, there's got to be 100 barrels down here, around maybe 50 or so crates at the front end of it. This place is just absolutely jam-packed full of supplies. And Vera, you would reach the captain way before she would reach the bottommost deck. All of the other applicants and recruits would be filling in somewhere. Maybe they'd be making their way towards the middlemost part, where there's some cots to sleep at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm... Could I see if Draylen's nearby? Like, while I'm heading... Like, still head towards the captain, like, that's my main thing. But if I see him on my way there, stop to ask him a few questions.
Yeah, I would say he would probably... His group would have immediately started following Solaris, heading down towards at least that next level. They wouldn't have went all the way to the bottom where all the cargo is.
Follow me.
But they would have been following you, and a lot of people would have been actually just kind of like heading down and setting their stuffs up at a cot. There's like these, the next layer isn't very important. There's nowhere you guys can like look around or anything. It's just basically the same shape, just with a whole bunch of like cots and stuff hanging up where you guys would be able to sleep at.
Okay.
So there's not really anything on the middle level. This is the top level and the bottom level. The middle level is same shape, just with a whole bunch of cots. It'd be very open, you know, like much like a boat to keep buoyancy and stuff. For all intents and purposes, this appears to be a boat that was in the water at some point in time.
It is also in the water currently?
No, currently it's floating.
No, we're floating, man.
Yeah, like
in the water though, like floating in the
ground.
water.
It's
In the
literally
middle
like
of
a
the
ghost
town.
ship.
Okay.
And yeah, so that would leave you off of whatever you wanted to try and say or do, Vero. You would definitely have seen him making his way following Vero. You would see his whole group, him and and Riven and Asaro, it would have all been making their way to where the cots are to kind of like set their
Oh, okay,
stuff
so
up.
they'd be going the opposite direction,
I mean,
essentially.
okay, so if you're at the
Where I'm
very front of the ship there on the top level, if you're at the very front where it's dark at, that's where that plank dropped down from. So as you guys walked forward, the stairs would be right there, and then if you would have just kept going forward another past the black hole, past the middle mast, that next middle thing is the steering wheel. So that it would still be like the same general direction. You would just be going farther.
Ah, okay. So then I just keep making my way to the captain then.
Okay. Yeah, so you would see them though. And you would see all kinds of other people they're just kind of like lurking around, kind of filling in, seeing when they're going to get their chance to step down these stairs. Yeah, the captain is just kind of standing there, his eyes out and about as if he was scanning the open sea, kind of maybe doing a little tilt of the shoulders. You can tell that his hands aren't actually able to touch the steering wheel though. Like this boat is made out of actual real wood. This was a real boat at some point in time. He is an actual ghost.
Okay. Kind of like, hey, Captain, what lands are we gonna be passing heading towards the academy?
Aye, a Shadowvale. Ye had been some years since me seen one of them. Oh, the last one, can't remember his name. He was a pretty good sailor, though. Yeah, well, where you coming from? He seems to be taking in your information as he scans about. He's just like calculating it like some sort of machine. He asks you, yeah, where did you sail in from?
Just a small village, nothing too big. But yeah, but still, answer my question. Where are we gonna be passing from? Like, what lands or what areas will we be seeing?
We're heading southbound towards the middle of Nomatica. On the far left side, you'll see the verdant spirals. And then directly ahead, there's the Great Wall of Mist. And just far past that is the School of Mistveil Sanctum.
I take note of all that. I register. It's like, what's with the Great Wall of Mist? Is that like a treacherous pass we're gonna get through, or is that just really foggy area? What's the deal with it?
Oh, the Great Wall of Mist? You ain't heard of it? Well, you better pull up a chair, because this is quite a story. And from somewhere just over in the horizon, a little ghost parrot flies in and sits down on his shoulder. Right, Snorri? You don't know about the Great Wall of Mist, Polly. Right, the Great Wall of Mist. Yeah, it's been there ever since I even started sailing back in my day. Some say it's a leak in the ley lines that lay below the land. Some say it was cast by some of the first wizards to protect that darn school. Keep all of them that wish to do the students harm far away. Lose their memory before they even get close to the place, they say. That's why you're luckier with me. The only captain in the whole world knows how to get around that wall of mist.
Can I ask him about how long, like before he became a ghost or specter, how long has he been sailing for?
No.
Yeah, I don't really have much memory of what actually happened to me. Though I was sick for some time, had the gut rot. I think one day my crew left, and I'll always remember wishing I would have took that dang father's advice. Leave a life of stealing and looting behind, use my boat, help people that are being after be getting freed too, yeah? He keeps his eyes scanning on the open air, essentially, in front of you guys.
Mhm.
He doesn't seem to have a perfect picture of what happened to him, but he would definitely have some regrets in his life because that's what would keep him as a ghost.
Yeah.
Unfinished business. Yes, yes.
And he would remember, of those regrets, he would remember maybe not taking care of his crew the best would have been a regret, and not listen to whatever priest he would have known, not Father Talius, but whatever priest he would have known.
A religious figure, yeah.
Yeah, maybe tried to convince him in his life to stop being a pirate and help people that are being chased and captured and killed, help them get away. Maybe even potentially shadow veiled that were being hunted.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then I'm just gonna say like, well, I see you. Keep an eye out, so I'll stop bothering you and asking you pesky questions. Thank you for the ride. I appreciate it, Captain, and thank you for the stories.
Wait. You notice I ain't got no right-hand mate, no shipmate here. Well, not that I really need one. No crew to keep track of, huh? But what I am gonna need is one of those fine barrels of bourbon. You think you could sneak me one of those?
I smirk at him and I raise my hand. That's a salute. Aye, aye, Captain.
Alrighty then,
Yeah.
first mate. And you might find that helping an old friend like me will help you on your trial indeed. And he just eyes keep scanning back out at the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely seemed like he knew a little more than he's allowed to let on, as if some magic restrains him from telling you too much.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he seems like he has his own free mind. Like he wants you to sneak him one of those barrels of bourbon he's supposed to deliver. And then that would bring us around to Jimbo and Schnur. As all this is going on, as you guys have taken off, this upset of rumbling has begun, and you guys have begun floating forward at actually quite high speeds. I would say you could estimate you're moving around 20 to 30 miles per hour right now, which is actually ridiculously fast.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would say you guys are fucking hauling, and other recruits have begun like pouring below into that second deck area, setting their things up at the cot. No one knows what this trial is. And it is your turn.
All right, so is there an opportunity for Jimbo to climb up the mast and look around?
Absolutely.
Because I would like to do an insight check on the environment and just the ship in itself. I want to see if there's any damage or anything peculiar about it, other than being piloted by Ghost Dude, our friendly little ghost guy.
Absolutely.
And then
You're
Schnur,
able
would you
to
like to come
scurry
with?
up this makeshift ladder all the way up to what is essentially the crow's nest. And yeah, you could tell there's a couple interesting things about the crow's nest that I'm not even going to really make you roll for, because there's not too much important going down up here. But you would see some like sketchings into the wall of the crow's nest, as if maybe a little kid had lived up here. And there's like literal like stickman drawings.
Oh, that sounds fucked.
Okay, no, I mean, in actual pirate days, they would send whoever's the smallest up there. So yeah, it would make sense, just like for actual history. It seems like they would have. There's some small person who was up here sketching all kinds of different pictures. Just looks like different crew members, different kind of odd stick figure pirates. And from around the crow's nest, I mean, you can see this beautiful layout of the top of the ship. Ahead of you, trees are just like splitting just underneath of you as this ship is now risen just slightly above the tree line as you guys are just fucking hauling. Over to the right, just slightly coming into view, you would see a very similar shape. That waystone you guys originally passed is kind of like just off in the distance now, as you guys are hauling straight towards the fucking middle of the continent, basically. Trees are whizzing past, wind is whipping. This thing is hauling. Solaris, and that is the one on the right side there with all of the cargo and barrels and stuff. And yeah, from down there, there's very little light down there. There's not like torches hanging on the walls or anything like that. So the only light you're getting from down there is lamplight from the levels above and like cracks where the pieces of wood just don't 100% line up with the bow. Light might be breaking through because it's like bright ass daylight outside. And so yeah, there'd be a little light down here, but it would be very, very hard to see and to get around. You feel like literally if Talius was here, this whole room would be lit, so they would have not even thought about putting any lights or anything down here. But since Talius isn't here, this room is not lit, and it is very, very, very dark. You may roll investigation if you'd like.
Yeah, I was about to ask, can I roll investigation?
Absolutely.
All right, let me do that. Let me do that. Okay, my investigation is
Bottom of the ship in this cargo hold.
yeah.
Each step down these wooden stairs is needing to be very well placed, and you can feel that. Like it's dark.
Oh wow.
You're looking like exactly where you're going. You're aware in this situation. So aware that maybe you're over aware. You can hear each floorboard or each step creak ever louder than the last one. As you make your way down, they get louder and louder and louder. The very last one making no sound at all. And where you expected that loud creak to be, instead you hear a flurry of scuttering across, we'll say, the far right side of the room there.
All right, my investigation is gonna be a 13.
I saw it would. Oh
Yeah,
it would have been over
because
there
they're minus
somewhere.
one
Is where
investigation. Yep.
you would hear the scuttering. Yeah. And just to help you guys keep this in mind, right about, we'll say here, this rectangle that doesn't have the other end closed, somewhere right about there is where the stairs would actually be coming down. So for you, it would be your left side, but it would actually be the right side of the room because I'm looking at like the ship. But for you, as you're walking down these steps, it would be it'd be very close to you on the left where that circle is, but physically it's at the top right of the ship.
Okay.
That's what you would entail with your investigation. You can't really see anything, so you get all these audible clues. The staircase is very rickety, and there's something just scuttered across the floor over there. Potentially multiple somethings. A lot of tiny little footsteps.
Little rats, little cats to take care of the rats. Perhaps something of that nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely sounded small. It definitely could have been rats.
Yep.
It's still your turn. You have a bonus action if you want to proceed to move. You have a free object interaction if you want to try and call
scoot
out.
closer. Yep, let me scoot closer and call out. Let's do that.
Go.
I want to go 2 left. Well, to the right, but to left. To my left.
This way?
Yep.
No. Okay.
And be like, hey. That's what I like to do.
Yeah. You would absolutely be able to do that. And why don't you go ahead and roll animal handling?
Okay. What's my animal handling? +2 or just +1?
I think it's +1.
I think it's
It's
+1. Okay.
+2, but then you also have a -1 on your
Cause
actual
yeah.
modifier.
Due to your stats. Yeah,
Yeah.
due to your stats. So
All right. Hopefully, I didn't just delete anybody.
11.
Where did Vero
I
go?
just got a 10, so
I
let's do
went to
11.
the ship.
So
I
it's
went
an
to the ship.
11. I have a
Will the
+11
captain
animal
with me?
handling.
No. Sorry, guys.
Ooh, 19. Okay.
Yeah. So you get over there, and you're like, pss, 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 and the scuttling has stopped. You can almost see this crouching humanoid figure just behind the barrels as you kind of like crouch down too. You're like, pss, 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 pss. And there's like just enough light where you can now see as the ship moves, maybe past some like taller trees that were shading this area a little better. And as it continues to move, more light kind of follows the lining where the cracks in the boards are, and the light basically cuts that shadow in half, and it reveals that there's actually nothing there. But now down at your feet there are like 3 to 4 tiny rat bodies.
Okay.
And they're all dead though. Would you like to
Oh.
investigate?
Oh. They're all rats here, but they're fucking dead. So,
Yeah, there's about
am I
4 of
supposed to
them.
give them funerals? Am I supposed to bury them at sea?
There's about 4 of them.
I'm just gonna kick them to the side.
You don't even want to investigate them?
It's fine. I'll roll
Uh,
investigation.
I'm just saying, before you touch them, you might want to look at them.
Oh, well, I don't want to. Yeah, for sure. If I was gonna touch them, I just touch them with my feet. Like I wouldn't be like, Okay,
All right, you
so
know
my
what? Fine. Yeah,
investigation, I
go
think is
ahead.
Pet 'em
what?
though.
Roll a
Should be
strength
fine.
check real quick.
Yeah, I'm not petting them. I'm not like, oh, petty friends. No, we're not. No.
Yeah, go ahead and kick them away. Roll a strength check real quick.
Oh, my strength is +2. Okay, let's see what my little D20 does.
That
Let's
is a
see.
10.
So 12.
No,
Yeah.
no, like you rolled the
Oh,
8,
8,
but
9,
with your
10.
plus
Okay, yeah,
2.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
10.
you kick one of these little rat bodies away, but when you kick it, it doesn't actually go away. It like as you
Oh.
try to kick it, it seems to stick to you, and now it's like on the bottom of your foot, like a
Oh.
sticky note or
Fabulous.
yeah, there's
Rat trap glue. Yeah.
yeah, and now it's all sticky on the bottom of your shoe. You want to try and remove it?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a strength check.
Okay, so strength +2.
Wow, this is
Okay.
going way easier than I thought this was gonna be. Someone
Oh
might
my
want to
goodness.
roll up and possibly help
Oh, I
Solaris,
ran
and then
wrong.
I can
Okay,
turn
the
it
wrong one.
over.
The first one I did was wrong. First one I hit something wrong. Okay, so that wasn't okay. Oh, why? Okay, yeah, that was my D112. Okay, D20 is 9, so 10, 12. So I have a 12 from my strength.
That is not enough. So
So,
now your hand and your foot are like stuck together,
ah,
on your shoe on this rat, on this
all right
carcass.
then.
And as you're like struggling and like hopping around on one foot, you can see they're covered in something like translucent, something that's nearly invisible to the naked eye. But when light
Nailed it.
hits it, it like reveals it. Just the fact that it's like glistening and diffracts the light.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay.
But in the dark, it is basically invisible. Even with a 20 investigation, you would not be able to see it.
Ugh. Okay.
So yeah, you are now binded by your foot and your hand. Once you have 2 limbs that are stuck, you are
Great.
officially binded.
Great.
Which means that during your next turn, you're going to get a chance to, roll your strength check to break out, just like you had this turn. You'll actually get 2 if
Oh,
you want to do it for your action and your bonus action. However, if something attacks you, you cannot use your armor class to defend yourself because you're technically
crap.
binded. So it's
All right.
basically a free hit if they roll anything higher than, like a 1 or 2. So that's just
Okay.
something to keep in mind. Solaris
Oh,
is in
fine.
this
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
darkened,
Cool.
like sketchy
This is why you honor the dead.
area,
Right?
and
You know.
she's not like bound up, hopping on one foot, seeing this like translucent looking glow of diffracted light sticking on
Primitive.
top of these rat carcasses. It is now officially your guys' turn. Or no, sorry, what was Vero next in initiative?
Yeah. Wait. Mm,
Keep in mind, you have no
No.
idea
Okay.
any of that's happening.
Yeah, that was me. I just head towards to try to get that barrel of rum or ale that the captain wanted.
So you would have, let's say that your main movement would take you from the top all the way down here. So now you have a bonus action and a free object interaction.
Try to investigate to see where the barrels were, like to see if I can see them with around me or
Yeah,
near me.
I would
Just
say that you can roll. Well, no, because you can't roll for your bonus action. But as you step down these creaking stairs, you would see that there are some crates in front of you, and you would know you have arrived at the cargo area, essentially. But you have no idea what's actually going on down here, much less where these barrels would be, because they're kind of hidden away in the back, hoping that if anyone were to stumble down here, they wouldn't immediately find the booze. But yeah, you make your way down here, each step creaking a little bit louder than the last, but you can't concentrate on that because you would hear some sort of skirmish or ruckus happening close to where Solaris is. This kind of like hopping, oh, ow, oh, oh, ow. She's like trying to unstick her hand, and this like it's like pulling on her skin, like if you put your hand on a sticky
Trying
trap.
desperately.
I just put my hand on my face, like, what does she do now?
Oh, what now?
Before you end your turn, because you have a free object interaction, there is something like really, really smart you could do, but I can't tell you because I'm your DM. But like
Pull my hand off my foot
you
or
have
something.
something with you that could be really, really helpful right now.
Oh.
Can I pull morph?
Yeah, you have a free object interaction. And when Morph gets down here, we actually see Morph in kind of like his environment, a darkened area that is now hit by this magical light of this radiant wisp. As you hold up this cracked lantern, this glass on it looking a little worse for wear, but this frame, beautiful, bold, and the light swirling inside of it, happy, rhythmic, bouncing in these like kind of movements, almost as effects of the web, because that only applies in darkness, are gone. And you would see from the top of this room all the way over, like down the side where Solaris is, at the top of the room, all the way where the roof of this level and the girders meet against the wall of the ship. There is a line of diagonal webs, like nearly invisible in the darkness, but here in this magical radiant light, it glistens and literally like highlights it and makes it easy for you to see, as well as across these rat bodies and across different various barrels across the room, like on the lids.
Yeah, that's all I can do for now.
Yep. And that would bring it to Jimbo and Schnurr, who, again, you guys wouldn't know that all this is going on, so just keep that in mind. You guys are still up top in the crow's nest. You've been journeying for around an hour now.
I'd say we both just make our way downstairs.
And see, yeah. So,
Crow's nest is there.
in between these this top layer and this cargo layer, there's also a third layer, one that we don't have a battle map for because there's essentially nothing there. It's just a plain open hole where there's, from all of the rafters and the wall pieces, there's like lanterns hanging and these cots of just simple cloth with like rope or leather binding them so that you could sleep in it.
Yeah.
Hanging
So
all
I would
over.
have to take right, down, left, and then I would be downstairs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it would
Or do I have to go all the way up?
Huh?
Because there's staircase up right there. Or is that a staircase down?
You guys are on the top layer
Oh!
right now. You guys are actually at the crow's nest. So as you guys would descend the crow's nest, you would be on the very, very top of the ship, which is the outline on the left there. The map on the left.
Yes.
The map on the right is the very, very, very bottom of the ship. You guys essentially would have to venture through the middle section, which is what I'm describing now, this like open hole area with cots and different things hanging about. And this is where all the other recruits have like made their way to. Like filling out and spilling through this different area, claiming different cots, putting their items and gear up, kind of like just bunkering in here for however long this trial is about to be. Some of their
Oh, I
first
guess we'll
times.
go downstairs and try and talk to someone. It
Um,
won't be too wild.
this hole, especially in this like crammed up area. There's all kinds of people. Some you've seen before, some you have not. Of the people, like, you know, there's like Scylla's group, which is like Draylin and his two lackeys. There's the brother and sister elves. There's the big earth guy and the tiny little dude who we saw all the math equations for his magic. But there's also a lot of other people. There's a human girl that is like covered in this white and glowing cloth. There is another moonfolk who you haven't seen another moonfolk up until now. There is a verdant arcling, which is a arcling that is chosen the plant type specifically. So not just earth, but plants specifically, nature. There's a quick wit, which this is our first ever quick wit we've ever seen. There is another arcling, a fire arcling. There is another veilborn. There's a stonekin, an elf, and just various other people in the background of this whole room. Is there anyone that you want to try and go and talk to, or go through the crowd and just roll and see if you could gather any information? Because again, some of these recruits, this might not be their first time even attempting this. You guys, on the other hand, have absolutely no clue because Heimdall didn't tell you guys anything.
Could I potentially just shout, "Hey, who's all been here before?
Mm-hmm.
And what was it like?"
Would you
Yeah,
like to
let's go
try
with
to be
that.
intimidating or charismatic? You want to try and like just be like, "Hey, does anyone got information?" Or you want to be like, "Hey, y'all got that info?"
Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna go with charisma, even though I want to be a little angry dude.
Go ahead, roll the roll.
Oh, hell yeah!
Yeah, I would say you don't even got to roll. They don't even got to roll. There's two people that would help you in this room if you just simply asked. So with a loud, proud 17, they would definitely have heard you. The murmurs kind of like die down a little bit. Everyone like turns around and is now facing inwards in a circle, and the murmurs begin again. And it's like no one is gonna give you information. They just are like all going back and forth, like everybody knows it all already. But you see two different figures start moving in the crowd and leaving their assigned bunk. One of them is Bramble Ironroot, and the other is a small human guy who we didn't get to see what actually his magic was. They're both like kind of moving across the room, one circle around the left, one circle around the right. You could potentially assume they're both coming to talk to you. Who would you like to engage with? Or do you want to sit here and see which one of them makes it to you first?
I want to talk to Bramble, but the small human is more intriguing. So we're going to talk to the small human.
Or you could just sit here and wait and see what happens.
Let's just wait and see
Okay.
how it goes. Oh, but if my turn's not over, it doesn't hurt to look around real quick. But I don't think there's anything to see. It's just big old boat full of people.
You never know. Go ahead and make a roll. What about Schnur? Do you want to?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you want to look around, Schnur? Throw a little assist his way.
Sure. What should I?
Go for it.
So we can both make a check, right?
Yep. Yeah, she hasn't even got a roll yet.
So
Yeah.
I would like to do an insight check, and then if you did a perception check, that will give us a pretty good chance to figure out what's going on here.
Jibbo rolled a 22, and Schnur rolled a 4 for perception.
Yeah, you guys got to make sure you call that out, by the way. Thank you, Savage. You make sure you're calling out your rolls, the actual number.
Oh, we just did the roll. Savage just
saying,
beat us to it by a second.
Yeah, Savage was absolutely just on the ball. I was just throwing that out there as a reminder, not saying anything.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, there's some interesting things, not in the room itself, but happening in the room. You got Jimbo with that 22, Riven Blackmore, small chunky boy, battle axe on his back. He's the lackey with Draylin. You see him putting some sort of stone that looks exactly like one of the stones you have, and he's just kind of like looking at it before he puts it back into his bag. You would also see there's a lot of shit that's going on in this room. I don't know what we can reveal. Schnur, you would see that that girl, the human with the white cloth that's like glowing this radiant light, you would see etchings on that cloth that look very much like fairy language, like the ancient language that actual fairies would have spoke. Not like fairy magic or anything, just like etched with like actual fairy words. You would see there's a couple people that look really sketchy. Bramble Ironroot, for one, as he's making his way to Cloud and closing in on him pretty quick, he has a very serious look on his face, like a man on a mission. He is coming in hot, and he's kind of like ducking in between people, and he's a big, wide, like, armored up with this bark and has this tree growing out of his shoulder. He's a big guy, so for him to be weaving in and out of people, he's got to be moving on a mission. And he's closing in pretty quick. And there is a humanoid, well, I guess you guys have been around Barrow now, so you would know kind of like the distinctions between a shadow veiled and a human. There's a shadow veiled standing kind of near the back. He doesn't really appear to be talking with his group. You guys definitely did see him come here with 2 other people, but they're kind of like over there doing their own thing. They're like, la-di-da-di-da, we're brothers and sisters. And they're just like, you know, happy to be here doing their thing. And he's just like looking there all smugged or pissed off or something. And he's just not, something just looks wrong about him. And the way he's just sitting there way back from everyone, not even talking with his own group. And yeah, that's all you guys would see. And then Cloud, of those 2, let's see, we'll do first one is Bramble, and second one is human. Bramble makes it to you first. He closes in pretty quick, like I said. He's a big guy, but he's moving fast. and he just appears there now, just directly in front of you. He's not taller than you, but something about like just his stature is appearing like he's leaning over you, even though he would actually be shorter. Because you're like what, 7 foot?
6.
6 foot. Okay, so you're like a foot taller than this guy, but he appears larger than life in this moment as he rushes up to you. You were asking if anyone had been here before?
Yes, sir.
Well, I haven't made it through, but this isn't my first time, it's true.
May I ask what happened on the way? Because we're obviously going somewhere, right?
There
What could
was
have
a piece
happened
of
that could
pumpkin
have
pie
taken you off
inside
this
of a
mystical ship?
rope on the ground, and I tried to grab it before the rope got me.
Bro, are you a ghost?
No, I just didn't make it. Have you never been to one of these trials before?
Oh, first time for everything, right?
Oh, I guess. Well, let your old buddy Bramble Ironroot give you a couple pointers. As nice as Father Talius seems, that's just because he believes in us. Their secret goal is to eliminate us and stop us from getting to Mistvale. Only people with true dedication can make it there. Were you not listening during Father Talius's Fates Recruit speech?
Probably not.
Basically, this is a trial to see if you'll accept the will of destiny or if you will try and create your own will. The whole trial's kind of like a setup. That's why everyone's huddled down here, just waiting for the first thing to go off. We have no idea what it could be. Subtle footsteps behind you. And then a quiet pause. Actually, you're wrong. We do know what the trial is. Although, looking at your demeanor, I would assume that a brute like you would have no clue. And that human that was walking up to you, who it is also not his first time, he is here.
Sir, good little human man.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about our endeavor?
I know that it's a trial to see who they can pluck off.
Oh!
More than likely, since they've already set us on basically a track, the only thing we have to do is hold on tight, grip our nails in. Leave it to a simpleton like you, older brother, to think such a strategy. The small human, when we saw all the math equations show up on the Crucible, the guy who is teamed up with Bramble, now appears at Bramble's side, claiming to be the younger brother, the human that you're now talking to on your other side. This is Bron and Joran Ashwheel.
Sorry, I'm trying to write quick.
Bron is the older brother, by the way.
I'm still stuck with my foot to my hand,
yeah,
right?
I know,
with a rat in the middle.
Anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, they're basically trying to pluck us off, he says. And then the younger brother comes up, says, yeah, leave it to a simpleton like you to assume all we'll have to do is dig our nails in. And then it cuts over to Solaris and Vero, who are down there, now presumably pretty close to each other. It is your turn, Solaris, if you'd like to try and make a strength check to break the webs.
Yeah, I'll do that first. And then for my one free move, I'm yelling for Vero to be like, hey, bud. Okay, but sure, let me do a strength check. My strength is +2. I already memorized that to make sure. Okay, let's see what I roll. Let's see what my freaking D20 is. Okay. 20, exit.
Damn.
Y'all can read it before me because I don't get there.
Snap that.
Oh, 21.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you fucking snap those webs in this fit of frustration.
Yeah,
You're like, ain't no one gonna bind me up before my adventure gets going.
fabulous.
What's really weird though is if you are successful on passing your strength check, when these webs break, they like vibrate and tingle madly. You imagine like a worm that's been
Oh,
thrown down on the hot sidewalk. It just like spazzes for a second before the web and evaporates.
well, it's
And
interesting.
with that,
Okay.
all evidence of what you were just stuck to is gone. And now Vero approaches.
Okay, hi
Open
friend. I'm all
initiative.
good.
Take it
Thanks
away.
though for checking. So like, hey,
What did you get yourself into?
I'm not entirely sure. A rat got very goopy and stuck to my shoe with my hand, but then I was able to break free, and then the little things vibrated, and oh, now I'm here. Hi, you're here now. Hi.
You
I'm
look
just
over
here
and
for
there are
some
no rat
alcohol.
carcasses.
Yeah, I'm not gonna kick a rat anymore on this ship. I think I learned my lesson.
No, Vero can't see them.
I was like, what rat?
Oh, okay. So, well, okay, I kick a rat. Apparently, it's this is, apparently a ghost ship. You talk to the ghost captain. I think I found ghost rats, and they're very picky.
You sure you haven't been bathing in the moonlight too often?
I don't know. Don't call me on it.
Well, do you want to help me find this barrel of ale for the captain?
Yeah,
Or do you want
yep.
to keep looking
Now
for
that
those
I'm not,
rats?
no, I'm pretty done with him. I didn't like the experience. Let's continue on your. What are you doing? Yeah, let's go.
You hear large slamming footsteps above you as it sounds like a fight is breaking out up top.
Oh, you want to keep looking for the barrels, or do you want to see what's going on upstairs?
Go check on everybody upstairs. I'm definitely gonna keep
You're
looking for
gonna
that
keep
barrel.
barreling. You want me to go check on everybody?
Yeah,
All right.
get you away
Okay.
from these imaginary rats. I mean, real rats. I mean, no
They're
rats.
real.
Father Tallius's words echo in the back of your brain. The light will follow the shadows if the shadows follow the light first.
Okay.
His eyes maybe would have even drifted from looking directly at you to looking at Vero when he said this.
Hmm. Um, I don't know if we should separate, Vero. I don't know if I want to leave you down here in the dark with the dark, the darkness. I don't know if that'll be good. Or else I'll have to come
Then
save you
I
maybe later.
I point out like I'm not alone. We have Morph.
And Morph
Okay,
kind of like
okay.
bounces around.
Morph. Yeah, okay, fine. Morph, take care of Vero. I'm gonna see what this hubbub is above deck.
Both you roll a d4 real quick.
Okay.
Because it's about to get really scary for. Oh no,
Dear
it's not
God,
about to get
we're gonna
really
want to
scary
leave you,
for
Vero.
Vero. Never mind.
I got a 4.
Oh,
Morph
Timmy
has
Jimmy.
spoken.
Oh shit, I
So
got
Morph,
two.
yeah, Morph's
How
gonna
about
stay
that?
down here and protect Vero. Remember, it is a group companion, so at any point in time, it can just rotate away and follow someone else. But Morph
Like
has
BFF
spoken.
with
He's gonna
Vero
stay
right
down here
now,
and,
so yeah.
Nah.
and
Morph
hang
left.
out with Vero. Um,
Yeah.
yes, you can try and find those barrels. Solaris, it is technically we left off on your turn if you would like to move now and go up, or you could stay here with
Vero
Vero
keeps
and search
saying that you
around. It
still. I
is.
kind of want to. I'm so stuck right now between going to check out what's happening and then stay with Vero, even though he's like, oh, I'm good, but like, it'd be better to have like a partner, like in case a crazy monster jumps out from behind some whiskey barrels. You don't know.
Why don't you go ahead
Okay, I'm
and
gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna follow the. I'm gonna go upstairs and see what the heck the tussle is. Let's go.
okay, sure.
I'm done with the rats. I don't need to talk to any more rats. This guy says he's good. Then cool, be good. I'm gonna go away from the imaginary quote rats.
All right. You fine. You make your way up those creaking stairs and back up top where it does appear a fight has broken out. But to understand why, we're gonna have to rewind a couple moments back to Schnur and Jimbo's initiative.
Yeah.
Back over to you guys as they're like talking. These brothers are kind of like sparking their rivalry up again. Someone makes their way from up top very, very quickly. Let's just say it's the Moonfolk, Ryza Moonfolk. She's the only Moonfolk that has like this weird brown hair. Commonly they have like white and gray or these very eccentric styles. She just has normal like brown hair. Probably
Interesting.
like half human or something, not pure Moonfolk. She makes her way down and she's like dragging what appears to be a person behind her, and like quickly
What the
makes
fuck?
it down into this middle of the hole with you guys, and she's like, help, 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 and she's like dragging this big big human behind her. You guys saw it. His name was Alan Starro.
Okay.
And he's Clouded, Schnur, it's your turn. This like ruckus is going on. You guys can prod for more information from Bramble since he seems like he wants to help you, or you guys can turn your attention to this person being dragged up.
What the fuck's going on over there?
This
Yeah,
moon.
so I'd say we look to the side and can't help but to ask, why are you dragging this man downstairs?
You would have to investigate. She is like in a panic, frenzied state. She's not making very much sense. She's like just begging for help, basically. She's like, help, just look, help, look. Anyone know healing magic? You want to roll an investigation on him?
Yeah, let's roll an investigation, because I don't think I know any healing magic quite yet. I can cast ward, but that's about it.
With an 8, yeah, he's dead. There's some sort of
he's
hole
dead.
in the back of his shoulder blade right here. There's just like a hole, and that motherfucker dead. Healing magic ain't gonna do it.
Well,
There ain't no healing that.
Would shoving a piece of cheese in the hole help?
No, he's like dead. Like not like you can't even make a death save for him.
Okay.
well, I guess I'd just be a loudmouth again, and well, I mean, either we ask this chick why she's dragging a dead body around, or we ask the room if anybody knows conjuration.
Yeah, they're
or
all kind of
something
like
akin.
flocking around you guys now as well, and you call out, does anyone know conjuration? And Joran's kind of like, what help would that do?
That's a damn good question. I don't really know a whole lot about conjuration, but it does technically bring something back to life, right?
No.
I was kind of leaning towards
that small little no.
asking what's up with the dead body first, but
Yeah, no, I mean, I was just trying
we
to
already
give you
got
just
it.
facts and details. No opinion to it. No, this guy appears dead,
okay.
and conjuration does not heal or restore. There is revival
Yeah, I guess
magic,
that's
but
right.
it's technically forbidden. There is protective magic that can stop you from dying. That is not forbidden. It's just like advanced
Yeah, like
healing
wards
magic.
and things
But
like that.
none of
right?
that works if they're already dead.
Yeah.
He's the only one that can think of his
Yeah,
major
there ain't
reanimation, but
nothing we can
we
really
don't
One
know that
recruit
until, yeah.
eliminated, the captain calls out.
Fuck. We're Hunger Games in this shit. We're Squid Games in this. We're a game in this.
And like
Ooh.
everyone else's face has gone like pale as they're like looking around and like realizing that Father Tallius was right. Like life and death is on the line here. Survival
I
is
guess
in your
now we
hands.
know what happened.
Grouping up with the other recruits, and very far below at the very bottom deck in the cargo hold, Vero is hanging out. We're about to get back into what they were up to. Vero specifically, because I believe it is your turn in initiative next. Move Solaris real quick. Yeah, you're down there at the very bottom, where she would have been. Somewhere over there. The barrels are closer to the back.
Around here.
Okay.
So where would you like to start your search at, Vero?
I would like to ask Morph if he can try to find barrels that look or have the symbol of like alcohol or booze.
Yeah. Roll a regular 20 real quick.
Okay.
You could roll it at advantage too.
So roll another one.
Ooh, as an advantage. Hey, very fancy.
You could also just use like
I'll take the
spark art,
16.
Okay.
spark bolt,
I'll
and
take the
see if
16, please.
barrel
Thank
just
you.
so happens to explode.
Because the other roll was an 8. So
As you attune to Morph, your will becomes easier to see within his light. And not only does he begin highlighting things of dangerous nature, such as this webbing running along the top of the room, and you would see multiple scattered barrels that have webbing across the lids. If you use your entire turn of movement, because his action is the searching, we'll say you could move somewhere here. And in that bundle somewhere there would be alcohol barrels.
okay, I used my whole
Bourbon
turn
barrels.
to move there. I used my whole turn to move there.
And then you have a free object interaction. Would you like to pick one up?
Can I? Can I check one of the two of the barrels closest to me? Since they seem like there's two. Like there's.
You can
Sets of
check
two.
them. Do you want to try and open the lid?
Can I
Not that
tap?
time now.
Not open it. Just tap it to see if there or move it around or shake it around to see if there's liquid.
Oh, poke it and shake it. There you go.
It's covered in webs. So you'd have to be very, very careful. You are able to slosh it, and you do hear liquid kind of inside of it sloshing around. Does seem like it's full of liquid.
And I leave it there. We don't know if it's water. We don't know if it's rubbing alcohol. We don't know if it's booze or.
You would definitely know that. So like of all the other barrels that are around, they don't have any sort of like. This one appears to have some sort of frame, like a circular piece of metal on the inside of the lid. Not on the inside of it, but like on the top indentation where the lid would sit flat against the rim at. And this ring of metal appears to be like just magically locked or unbendable, unopenable. This is like a sealed barrel, essentially. One of the very few on here. So you would identify that if there was probably a bourbon barrel, they would mark it.
So would he need to
Alcohol,
do like a
steal me.
strength?
But at the same
Or
time,
do
this
we-
is the only one that you can't just pop this lid open.
Do you do like a strength check?
I'll end my turn here. I'll end my turn here.
Okay. Back around to Solaris then, you made your way up there, and then we kind of just like passed over what had happened. She had dragged this lad down here and was like, help me. And now they've moved him over to the corner of the room, and this other chick is like studying him and trying her best to calm the crazy fanatic chick down. And
Not
Jimbo
the hysterical
and Schnur are
woman.
here.
Okay, so I'm like getting towards like the back of the top of the ship, like the upper level, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to investigate this a little bit.
All right, go ahead, roll.
-1, so 13.
You see a
Investigate.
lot of interesting things. Much like I mentioned to them, there's a figure kind of leaning in the background, kind of just looking very smug and rude looking.
Don't be
Draylin and his
suspicious.
team,
Don't be suspicious.
they haven't moved from their cots. They're just hanging out, not really appearing to care that another recruit has been killed. Um, and Schnur and Jimbo are around, directly probably in front of you, and all these other people are kind of like scattered around them, investigating what's going on as well. You'd see that the guy that they've moved to the side of the hole has like a large hole in the back of his shoulder, and yeah, not too much down here other than that.
So nothing to really learn. So I want to be like, hey, hip hip hooray, crowd! Like let's all band together. I'd like to yell that at these random people.
All right, roll charisma.
Ugh, goodness gracious! All right. Okay, let's see.
Ooh.
My charisma is. I'm so sorry, y'all. I have to look this up, but my charisma is 21,
Holy
sir.
shit.
Damn.
Oh,
Um,
uh-huh. 20
Yeah,
plus a one. Yep.
everybody from those that are intimidated to those that are acting smug, take at least a second to notice this speech you give upon evaluating what's gone on around you. Go ahead and role play it out as you're like, come on, everybody, we got to figure this out.
Fabulous.
Jimbo and Schnur
Okay.
right there.
Okay, hey, you guys. There's obviously something going on this ship on the way to where we're going. Let's all band together. Let's be all, partners. We're gonna be partners in crime, partners in goodness. We need to stick together. There's obviously something happening, and we need to be all on the same page. Who needs to talk about it?
Yeah,
Let's talk. Y'all
I
need to
think
talk. Let's
we
talk.
should just set aside our differences and,
Indeed.
and do some kumbaya type shit.
Yeah, kumbaya,
Yeah.
my lord. Kumbaya. Yeah, yes.
Let's get the people from the corner. Somebody hoist up the dead
Let's
body.
get
We're
physical.
all
Physical.
homies. Shoulder by
Yeah.
shoulder.
There's one guy who died. Like, but let's not all die.
Bramble
Yeah,
will help
yeah.
you.
No, it's probably all right. We don't know.
Yeah, he might live. We don't even know. We
People.
can't make that assumption.
Yeah. We all just go shoulder on shoulder, and
Hands across
we'll
America.
all
Yeah.
hoist up the dead guy, and
We give him a good
yeah,
sailor's
The crowd is
funeral.
definitely paying attention. Bramble steps forward and he's like, Bramble want to help. And he looks down
Oh, good boy.
at his friend, um, forgot his name, the human that's with him, Joran. And he's like, yeah, I guess numbers do add to our power. It wouldn't help not getting eliminated. Even if it meant that we have to team up with my older brother. He looks over and Bron is like, I guess, I mean, whatever is hunting us, we can't just let it take us out. We should start by searching everyone's stuff. Make sure this isn't one of us that's doing it first.
You want to start? Oh.
So, yeah, they kind of like get all together. Who wants to be the one to go through people's stuff?
zero takers.
All right, Bramble will do it. Don't worry. Nobody minds if Bramble
Hell
root
yeah.
through your
Let's
stuff
go,
and
Bumble.
his fingers turn into these elongated roots, and they start thinning out very, very small, thin strips like hair and snaking across the room. He's like, everybody hold still. And Draylin is like, absolutely not. And he slings his shit over the back of his bag. He's like, we will go find whatever this is and take care of it personally. Don't worry, all of you cowards, just hang out here together. And him and Asaro and Riven both stand up, and they're declining to have their stuff investigated. Would you guys wish to have your stuff investigated or decline?
I mean, we're all trying to be like homies.
Yeah, go through my shit.
Are you sure, Cloud?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what the fuck this jacket does. There's something
Re-
unique about it, but I
Cloud,
don't
remember
think
what you
there's
have in
anything
your
else.
pocket. Cloud, remember what you have in your pocket.
I think
your
I have
bag.
like. Do I still have
Oh,
half
you
the
have
cursed
in your
stone?
what?
Remember what you have in your bag, Jimbo.
Okay, bag. Okay, bag. That's
There's
not
a
what I
reason
heard.
Braylon and this group didn't want their bag searched because they also have probably the same thing you got in your bag.
Ah, yeah.
Only half of it, motherfucker.
Only half
No,
of
you have the
cheese
full
for
thing.
400
You have the full
cheeses?
thing.
No, it got
Oh,
split between the two of us, correct?
No.
no. Yeah,
Our
no.
hands got glued together because we both reached for it, but you kept it.
No, I thought the stone got broken in half and we both had
Not
half of
broken
it
in
right
half.
now.
It was our
No,
hands
it
got
got
glued.
broken.
Yeah?
But yeah,
I
there
thought
was
it was
never a
broken in
half.
half, and like I thought that Savage like left his piece behind or something, but that he
I
only had half.
essentially tried to I gave it to Jimbo, so he has
Jimbo took
at least he has my half. So
It
he
never
has the
got
full.
broken in half. I don't know. It never got broken in
I
half.
don't.
It
I
only
don't.
got turned
yeah,
I was
over.
gonna say I
broken
never
what?
remember it
Totally
breaking. I
did
remember
because
that we
our
both
hands
reached
were
for it.
like squished together for like
Yeah,
the
because we
longest
both
time.
Yeah,
reached
but you
for it
guys
at the
both
same time.
missed
So
and
But then they
hit
got
each other's
separated, and
hands.
a whole
Yeah.
piece went to Jimbo.
Yeah, and now Jimbo, the rock is in your possession. And if they find it, you could be disqualified.
Well, then I
That's
just
why
give
I'm
up the
saying.
rock because I'm
No,
just
It's not
a
about
fucking
giving
guys
up
artist.
the
you
rock.
No,
cannot
but you
do that.
what?
If you're found with it now, it is too late.
Oh,
It is a cursed item. It is
I was
one,
gonna tell you, it's a cursed item. We're not allowed to have it.
it's technically illegal to even possess it in this setting, in this world.
Yeah,
That's why.
we were under the impression that we both had a
That's why you didn't
well,
have to
not
worry about Heimdall
not
stealing it, because if he
waxing
got
eye,
found
but
with it, he'd be in big fucking trouble.
All
Oh.
Heimdall did was deactivate it so it wouldn't continue to do harm every time we picked it up.
yeah. So if
And
it's
then
deactivated, then it's of
but
no
the way that
worries,
we got
right?
our
You
hands
have to
stuck
like
was because
reactivate it somehow, and we don't know how to do that.
yeah, but right now you have the rock. You have the very sketchy, illegal rock.
The contraband.
If you say, yeah, go ahead, search me, and they find it, you are yeet it. Gone. Kick.
Yeah.
Skadoodle. Bye bye. So how about we say, no, I want to go follow those guys, because they remember one of those fuckers also has something in their bag that they don't want to get caught with.
I mean, personal move would just be to present rock and be like, "Hey, this thing looks kind of weird. Don't really know what's up."
Keep in mind,
We
there is
know
no
it, but we
like
fought it.
authority figure here, so you might be able to get away with it. There's no like Father Talius isn't here. There's no adventurer guild leaders here. It is just you fresh recruits. So you might be able to get away with that, Jimbo. You'd have to roll for it. We don't actually know what would happen. No one that could directly do anything about it, but tons of people that could turn you in, potential witnesses.
We could have snitches in this boat.
And remember what I warned you about your necromancy stuff and doing that in front of any potential eyes. And like I was like warning you not to even touch the magic, because if you get caught doing it in the world, it has worse repercussions than actually what the magic does to you. If that stone follows the same laws. It's contraband. It's cursed. You're not supposed to just have it.
But how do you do that if you're like totally ignorant to the fact that, like, obviously it's a sketchy thing, but you didn't know it was
You can play. You
contraband?
can
It's
play
not
that.
like
that
they should have
part, you
searched
can
us
play that.
before they went on the boat. You know, like that's not my
You can
fault.
play that part of like, well, I didn't know it was bad. I just thought it was a cool rock. You can, and you might have to roll for that to make them believe it's just a cool looking rock
Well, I would
because it is
rather
deactivated.
say I have a deactivated thing that's potentially dangerous,
Why
and
would
I
you tell me
really
it's
don't know what
potential?
the hell it does, than
We
to
know what
try
it
and lie
does.
about it and convince them that No, I'm chaotic. I'm not evil, man.
Well, I know that, but I'm telling you, we know what it does. You can't play the part of we don't know. We know what it does. You saw what it did to Vero just by holding it for a set amount of time. You
So
saw
to
what it did in the
convince him of
Well,
forest.
that,
yeah,
you
it
would
was
have to roll
sketchy, but
deception,
not
is
inherently
what he's saying.
dangerous, you know?
All right, let's stay
You're
on
just
task and keep rolling here. That
okay.
that is the hidden price tag of having this cursed item. Whether you know it now or you know it too late does not matter. Whatever you would like to do with this information, you do know that they had a cursed item, and that's why they fucking skedaddled. She or one of you saw Riven, Black Mole, like looking at one and then put it back into his bag real quick. Almost like he was looking in his bag to make sure it was still there, saw it was still there, and then put it back. And then they took off. So you guys can either follow them, you guys can have your bag searched, or you can try and convince them to not search your bag. Or you could just turn it over. Again, there's no authority figure here. These are all just the recruits. Whatever you want to do, go ahead and proceed with it.
I'm going to stick it in the pocket, or try to, of the fourth closest person next to me. Let's just pick someone random.
Okay.
Let's not pick someone random.
Make
Who would we
a
like
sleight of
to,
hand check.
You lucky dog.
17.
You lucky dog. You lucky dog.
Because if I let him make an assist that automatically beats it, 'cause the lowest you could roll is a 1 on a d6. Or on anything, the lowest you could roll is a 1.
Yeah, the lowest you can do.
So
is
if
1.
anybody assists Bramble, like if anyone else were around to see you, you would likely fail this.
Oh, not Bramble. Bramble's a homie.
I know, he's
No,
the one doing the
He's
investigation.
the one checking.
His roots are like stretching out across
No,
the
I'm
room.
trying to sneak this into someone else's pocket, right?
I know.
Well,
He's
that's
looking.
why
I know.
he
I'm
can
saying
catch
he's
you doing
looking
it if
around.
he
He's
has
the one you would have
branches
to
over.
deceive, essentially.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Let's see.
And I would say that you feel a lot of glaring eyes, but you feel like you definitely got it into let's say you throw it into Bron's pocket.
That might be a savage homie.
Into the guy who came up like a smart aleck, the older brother of the other human that's teamed up with Bramble.
Can you give me that name? Whose pocket was thrown into?
Yeah.
Do I have the opportunity to try and give it to the younger brother?
Joran Ashwheel is the brother teamed up, the younger brother that's with Bramble, and Bran, Brann, Ashwheel is the older brother.
So he threw it into Joran's pocket.
No, he threw it into Bron's, the older brother.
Hey, let's see how it goes, huh?
Joran's way too short. To throw it into the tiny human's pocket, he would have had to like bend all the way down into like a half circle, or had Schnur do it real quickly, like float across the room and drop it.
Way too conspicuous.
Yeah, he begins searching and searching before finally detects it on Bron. And the two of them, their eyes kind of like glare at each other as Bramble's like, "Anything you want to tell us, Bron?" And Bron's like, well, "I don't know. What are you talking about? What do you want? I did. You think I did this? I'm good. I could beat all of you. I don't need to do this." And Bramble like pulls it out with one of his roots, and Bron really quickly raises his hand as if he's about to cast a spell. But his younger brother, his eyes glow with that same like aurora color we see in his magic, and all of these different numbers appear like glowing sigils, not a completed sigil, not placed on something, but these glowing floating equations. You could definitely see like plus signs and minus signs, but other than that, the sigils themselves wouldn't make sense. You see them kind of like floating around Bron before it makes a full link, and Bron can no longer cast magic. and he like, "Ugh," and nothing happens, and he's like, what? And then the roots from Bramble wrap up around him, and he's just like completely entangled. We'll have to hold you here until we get to the school. I hope you understand. He's like, I've never even seen that stone in my life. And they're like, yeah, I'm sorry, but it's illegal contraband. And if we all say we didn't see it and then you get caught with it, who knows what could happen to us? And he kind of makes the roots stretch out like 4 different webs into the corners of the room. And they kind of just like post him in air jail, wrapped up in these roots at the very end of the bow, basically.
Is the rock still within his pocket, or does someone else have
No,
it?
it's like floating out in the air now by the roots.
Okay.
Bramble made sure not to touch it as soon as he detected it.
Gotcha.
His roots touching it do not count. That is not physical contact with him.
Can't tell who has done it.
One person got caught with this illegal contraband, and now he's hanging in this like nest of roots suspended in the air at the end of the ship. The illegal stone is also the cursed
Can I
stone.
like
Is
snatch him up? Can I like grab his ass and throw him like here's the illegal contrabander and throw him in the middle of the circle? Can I like snatch him up and
He's
do that?
already
Yeah,
wrapped up.
they got him.
Oh, okay,
His
then I
ass,
snatched him up.
we
he
gotta
got his
get him
magic
together,
turned
man.
off and then got wrapped up, and now he's like suspended. He can't do
Okay,
anything.
so I investigated him. I got a 1, so that's nothing. And then, what the heck else can I do with him?
You could. No, he's taken care of. They got him. You could head down to check on Vero.
Yeah, okay, yes. I would like to check on Vero and make sure that if he found his whiskey barrel or not. Because I did my investigation. I'm gonna report to him and be like, hey, nothing happened. It's like all good. They got the guy. He was like lame. And then I would say, hey, did you find your barrel? If not, let's carry it up together. I would like to do that.
Okay. And then back to you, Vero. She's gonna head down there. That'd take her about a turn. So while that's happening, what would you like to have been doing down here in this? Still just hanging around, watching.
So there's still the barrels in front of me are filled with webs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I sprinkle some water and then do the cantrip sparkle to just shock them off, so I don't have to struggle to lift it up?
Yeah.
So I take the little canteen that they gave us at the camp with Heimdall in the Legion camp, and I put my thumb on the top of it and just sprinkle a little bit over the webs, like not on the barrels, just mainly on the webs. Just have a little trail and then just shoot it with spark bolt to like essentially singe most of the webs off to make it easier to break apart.
Absolutely. I would say just you don't even got to roll for it. Just remove your spell slots or your cantrip slot, and yeah, it'd be effective. And physically, these aren't very physically resilient. So once you've detected them, you would be able to just rip them off. But if you decided to conduct them with water and then electrify them, they would definitely fizzle and burn and rip apart almost instantly. And so yeah, you're able to pick up one of these barrels and lug it basically across the room.
Okay.
And
when I'm bending down to pick up the barrel, I tell Morph like, "Hey, keep an eye out for me, okay?" And then I just lift it on my shoulder.
As you get up, Morph is like got your back. He's watching your 6, scanning the room. His happy expressions of bouncing around and rhythmic have slowed down. He's locked in. He's kind of very slowly floating from side to side of his lamp enclosure and scanning behind you. You make your way up to these stairs, though, and you remember a very familiar sound. Those floorboards creaking, getting louder and louder and louder, and now you can hear it. Detective, you're able to like almost look up before you even get to the stairs, and you see a dark, shadowy figure, very much more bigger than anyone that has boarded the ship, looming there. Solaris, back to you. As you left this exchange and you were heading to report back to Vero, you could very quickly turn and see the stairs are right there. But you also hear a familiar sound. However, it's not the sound of the floorboards. It's that scuttling. as something scuttles, and you see this big blurring shadow basically lunge from the top, not even using the stairs, just lunge from where the entry hole is, lunges down, lightly lands like a cat, and then begins scuttling, this huge big shadow darting down to the next stairs, heading down towards Vero. It's your turn.
Okay, so okay, I see a shadowy figure come from where?
From the top, jumps down and blurs down, going towards Vero.
Okay, I want to what's the thing? Intercept. I want to like jump in, like, hey, what's up?
All right,
I
yeah.
want to
Roll a strength check.
okay. Can do. Strength. Ooh, +2. Okay, let's see what I get. Oh, the heck? Yeah, I have a strength +2. So
Okay, I was gonna say okay.
I'm doing it now. Okay, so 11, 12, 13 is my strength.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, sure. You lunge out and you're like, hey, stop.
Yeah.
And everybody like is alerted to this as you scream it. Everybody whips around to see what is happening, and like as your hands like dart out at this shadow, because it lunges very fast and scurries. Your hands like lunged out instinctually. You feel this bristle hair filling your palm, and you just instinctively grab, and it rips because it's not stopping. It just it's scuttled and it's already basically gone. But you're like, hey, stop! And your hands reach out, your palm filling with this bristled hair before it continues moving, and you instinctually just grab on and rip out a puncture of hair, and you hear it as it fucking just continues to scuttle, and everyone is turned around and alerted to this. And it's gone. It's heading down below. But there is a handful of this brown bristled hair. It's like long pieces of sharp straw, dark brown hair in your hand.
Okay.
And
can we like roll a strength to like see if I can keep him in my hand, or like am I just supposed to like assess the hairs I found?
it is definitely something you've seen before living in the forest. You would have seen lots and lots of tiny little spiders, like brown recluse's hair.
Oh,
Or
somebody else I
tarantula,
think I
sorry.
know is looking for a spider.
Like a tarantula's hair.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it darts
Can I
down
use
below
my
though.
free move to like yell for Jimbo to be like, hey? Because
Well,
remember he was looking for a spider, so
it was about to take a free attack on Vero, but I think since you pulled out its hair, as it like disappears, it like does this sudden stop now that the back half of it is facing you, and no, it's just gonna keep running. Vero, you see this shadow, and as this you hear this exchange happen, Solaris just up above you. Hey, what are you doing? Stop! And you hear like a ripping sound like Velcro. And but the shadow that emerges quickly disperses, and you can't see where it has gone. It is you can hear it though. What do you want to do?
am I allowed to run after it? Oh no.
Yeah, you can proceed after it on your next turn.
I want to yell for closest is Vero, right? Vero's closest to me. Where's Jimbo and them? Because Jimbo was talking about all on a spider in the scary forest.
They're in that hole with you. They seen all this happen. You're just way
I'm yelling at Vero, telling them, "Hey y'all, you want a spider? Then come on, get one because I just found him. Better catch him now." That's what I would like to do.
Yeah, and now it is Vero's turn. Vero, you're down there and see all this happen as just described. It appears as if this is about to lunge right at you before the shadow completely disperses, and you can still hear it moving. It sounds like it's literally moving through you, around you.
Okay, it was going to attack, but because it got its tough taken out, it dispersed. So it's now in like a little like shadow type thing, like it's like moving around me.
I don't know. You'd have to roll around, or you'd have to look around, and the best I could describe it is you've seen its silhouette, you've seen it there, and as it moved forwards towards where it gets darker down there in the cargo hold, it just disappeared. But you can still definitely hear it moving around. It sounds like it's literally standing on top of you.
Could I ask Morph to like do at least give him a little boost in strength somehow, like at least like prep like hey, try to you focus all your light and disperse it outwards.
Yeah,
Like
roll a
give him that
flat
order.
20 for him, or a regular 20.
That'd be 14.
Yeah, Morph. He wants to obey your commands, but I don't know if spirits can really feel fear, but it's like it's imitating like before it was scouting out and like bouncing around very slowly. Now the flame is kind of like stood as still as a flame can, very focused, looking directly above you at the roof.
Okay. With the shadow step, could I go up a floor? Because I'd be phasing through something.
Uh, I don't know. That's very interesting. I think so. I think possibly you'd have to roll
That
for it.
okay. Because what I'm trying to do is phase up through the floor and like and like get out from like with the barrel, just face up through the floor to get a floor up with everybody else. So if it does happen to try to go after me, there's a room full of people.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, you could. Go ahead and roll.
Not just
Um.
the 20
Mhm.
or strength or
Yeah, just to see what your average mastery of just like a standard mastery of the. You can add your. What's your proficiency? Wisdom. Your magic proficiency.
uh. I do believe it's with them.
Yeah, you could. I guess you could make a wisdom check if you want to think about it like that.
Okay. Damn. I rolled a 3. It was in that one.
It's gonna be pretty hard for you to maintain it right now. You're exhausted. It seems.
Yeah. Hmm.
And plus this barrel, you've been toting things around, really stretching out the use and versatility of your shadow step. Not just using it more and developing it faster, but also the amount of burden on that use, the amount of things you wish to take with you.
Okay. Uh.
Uh,
And I try to just ready myself, like have like
uh,
like I
yeah,
feel like I know Morph just said it's like near like somewhere above me, like on the ceiling. So I just try to keep focus above me while readying my dagger. Like I have my dagger in one hand and just prepping, like being prepped.
Absolutely. And as you like ready yourself, looking up at this shadowy, lumbering figure above you, you can hear footsteps piling in. The other recruits, desperate to dash in. Solaris, who had begun to get to the top of the stairs, but somebody had slipped past all of you. Draylin stands next to you, his two entourages behind him. And what are you doing down here? And he looks up at this giant lumbering figure. Lars, she'd ripped out a patch of its fur, and then it had just appeared to disappear right in front of Vero's eyes, yet he could hear it scuttling all around him. And as he asked his friendly lantern wisp for help, the object had appeared on the roof as a giant shuffling mound of shadows. And then unexpectedly, his new slash old rival Draylin came walking up like, "What, are you getting into trouble down here?" And then looks up and sees this shuffling mound. Upon this, Draylin orders both of his goons to go and cover the stairway so this thing can't escape. I hope you're not completely out of magic. And he looks up.
I hope you don't mix.
I love their banter back and forth. As this shuffling mound drops down from the ceiling, will everyone please that's down here roll initiative? So that's Draylon, Jimbo, Solaris, you're at the stairs now, and this shuffling mound.
14.
What am I rolling for?
Initiative. So
Okay.
that would just be your D20, and then
Yep.
whatever your dexterity bonus is.
I'm looking. So dexterity. You're starting. Come on.
Which yeah, we can write down all your bonuses. That way you have them. at your
Yeah, I
paper.
know I
That
need
way
to
you don't
write
have
it
to look
down,
up.
but I'm not at home right now. Dexterity is 0, so it's whatever the roll is.
Whatever the
So,
D20 is.
yep, the d20 is bada boom, bada bing.
3.
3? So 3? Dear
Mhm.
goodness gracious, that's terrible.
My first roll will be for Draylon, and my second roll will be for the shuffling mound that just dropped down. Roll 1. Roll 2. All right. So Draylon will be before this. This creature, as it looms down from the ceiling and into Morph's light, it appears like a spider with all of this big brown, matted black and brown fur across its body, its legs and head, everything you'd expect this spider to be, but its skin and this covering across it, it appears to be nearly half translucent, glowing with this changing auroras that is kind of moving over it like swirling magic, as if you're reading its mana, but from the outside, as if it's coated itself in its own mana. Not only that, but this thing radiates alchemical energy. Anybody that has any native knowing of the energy would be able to tell this, and anybody that has any detect magic or a sense to magic would get this overwhelming alchemical abomination of magics that are exhuming from this thing, as the back half of it that gets more and more translucent near its thorax and at the end of its body, there's a giant stinger ripping out of its thorax, out of the back where the webs leak out from. A giant stinger is ripping through the flesh and arching back much like a scorpion. And it's the needle on the end of it appears to be the same exact size as the hole in the one guy's shoulder.
Okay.
What were those initiative rolls one more time? Vero with a 14.
There will be 14.
So
then
you
it
would
would
be
be
first.
Draylon since he rolled 13.
And then Draylon.
And Spider.
Spider.
Then Ray.
And then Sula.
Am I supposed to roll as well?
All right. No, you're
Yes.
technically up on the
Oh.
floor above. So you would get to enter, if you choose to, you can enter combat next round with all the recruits that are following Solaris. Solaris was one step ahead of all you guys, as she had literally just ripped a handful of hair out of this thing. That's how close she was. So she is allowed to enter in the same 30-second window. You guys would not be able to make it here in 30 seconds, so therefore you may enter next round in initiative. If you choose to. Right now, you and all the other recruits are still on the whole level.
Yeah, let's stay with recruits and have a good old meat shield.
It is Vero's turn.
Okay. Those barrels right there are mostly filled with liquid, right? At least that one that I checked. And then the one next to it? Or
Yeah.
was that just the one? Okay.
Yeah.
I move one block to get one of those. I move one block right up here to get near him. Can I grab him to throw it at the spider?
Throw the barrel?
Yeah.
The one you're already holding?
Yeah.
Yes. Go ahead and make a strength check. Or I don't know why I rolled, my bad. I shouldn't have rolled for that. Go ahead and make a strength check.
That's
It
a
already
4.
has an armor class. Yeah, no, not even close. You throw this thing and it crouches down. The barrel kind of whizzing past over its head, nearly avoiding its stinger as that smashes onto some of the back barrels there, and you see this brown liquid bourbon spill out across the bottom of the floor and the barrels over there.
So the barrel's behind it, right?
Yeah. And you still have a bonus action and a free object interaction.
Can I cast Spark Bolt to the bourbon?
Yeah.
I will I power up the last Spark Bolt that I got. I was like, and then I shoot it, aiming pretending to aim at the spider, but my real target is the puddle of bourbon next to those barrels.
Yeah. Can you roll a d20 plus your wisdom modifier? Your magical proficiency modifier?
So wisdom is
For you, it's wisdom,
2.
I believe.
2. So D20. 16 plus 2 is 18.
Yeah. How do you cast it? What's this look like?
I literally start to just put my hands clasping, making a little form like a ball. Like if to put it into something more like visually thing, it'd be like the Rasengan building, and then I just aim. Like I force it in one hand and aim it. Like I look at the spider, but my eyes are slightly aiming for the puddle of rum, and I just Spark Bolt, and then
And it ignites. The barrel's exploding. Can you roll a d12 real quick? We'll say it's it'd probably be over 10 force damage, so it's at least 2 d6s. We're
9.
just gonna roll 1 d12 just to make it simple here. Yeah, so
9.
that would be 9 feet. That would be, we'll just call it 2 blocks. Yeah, we'll say he gets launched just this way for sake of convenience and this looking cool. 1, 2. Yeah. Fire erupts. This thing hisses and as this burning cackle and sound of singeing hair overpowers its hissing sound as it is flung and smashed into all these crates. You see breads and cheeses and many different rations spilling across the floor as fire leaps in a trail across the floor here, all the way from those barrels that are coated in bourbon across the room to the to where the spider is. Solaris, you want to draw some flames with that fire effect?
While that happens, and I'm heaving and sighing, I look at Jay and I'm like, "That's how you don't miss."
Yeah, you're doing the fire weird. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, if you want to, you don't have to.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
fire is
Here,
leaping and bounding
aim.
across the
Okay.
floor here, connecting to the spider that's still hissing.
Alright, hold on.
We'll say each barrel is an automatic 2, 2, 3, 4. Say
Where am
half
I?
of them explode.
Doing fire.
Yeah, the rest kind of fire off in a secondary explosion. Huge fire pillars are engulfing this entire arcing side of the hole. The spider takes 18 points of force damage and is literally hanging on with one leg. It's trying to drag itself out of the fire. Its pents are kind of flailing and burning off as this magic alchemical is released, as all of its blood is spilling across the ground. Whatever magic that has been enchanted or warped into it is fading out of it as well. And it is just crawling, trying to get out of the fire as it's on 2 points of health. We'll also say it has the burn condition. So next was Draylin. Yeah, that's how you do it. Show them why you're my rival. Yeah, that's right. Take that, spider. Can't do nothing when you're outnumbered, huh? And you hear a soft scuttling sound behind Draylin. And then Solaris. It is now your turn.
Okay, so let me. So we got half right. So I don't have like my full like magic power. I still want to do my moonbeam. Is it night? What time is it? Is it night?
You can't do that until you level up.
Oh boy. Okay, so the only thing I have is binding my mirror, or the only other thing I have is my arrows. Okay, so let me shoot some with an arrow. Check. Okay.
You knock an arrow in your bow and pull it back, sighting onto what's happening. You see Vero and Draylin down there about to take care of business. You see
Strength is +2. Sweet. Okay.
Ribbon
So
and
bottom golem.
Asaro, the guy and girl that were with Draylin. They're standing side by side of you.
Oh
and
my god! I rolled a
That
one.
is a critical
Oh, three.
fail, number one.
Oh my god!
And
Oh,
your
so
arrow kind
sweet.
of launches out into the
Outrageous.
darkness,
Oh wow.
missing anyone and everything, but it does rattle something in the background, in the darkness back there, and you hear even more scuttling.
Oh my god! I'm tired of these sticky rats.
And then next, since rotation is now completed, well, the spider was in there somewhere. I guess we forgot about.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm
poor
done.
Spider.
The spider is trying to crawl up the flame.
Spider's turn starts, and the fire just like engulfs it. And with one final hiss, it drops down, defeated. And yeah, the other recruits now are rushing down the stairs behind Solaris, a couple of them joining and like peeking their heads over to see what's happening down. Two more of these spiders emerge from the shadows back here, and they are going to join in initiative. I'm gonna say this one close to Draylin is gonna make the first attempt for a +3 and 18. His AC is 15. Yeah, a giant stinger just like erupts through the back of Draylin's shoulder blade as you look back at him. He's like, yeah, that's how we show him how it's done. That's why you're my rival. And the stinger pierces through the back as one of these things comes lurking and bending out of the top hatch where all those webs were strewn across the top of the room in that top corner where it meets the far wall where this thing's at. It crawls down, stinger outwards, piercing through the back of his shoulder blade. Ah! Let's see, that is 2d8 and
6, 3.
If this amount of damage brings you within 5 hit points, you are stunned. It's paralyzed, actually. You can't move. He becomes as stiff as a board. Arms kind of wrenching down at his sides as he kind of like... He can still talk for a little bit, maybe. But as this venom overtakes him, his full body will be paralyzed. And he will appear just like the guy up above. It'll appear completely like he is legally dead. Though he will be alive, just paralyzed. So yeah, now he is dropped and knocked prone, because that does bring him within 5 points of his, until you'd have to make a death save. That's actually within 2 points. So yeah, that is that spider's turn. The other spider. How close can it make it to Vero?
Oh no.
Oh yeah, it can definitely make it there. It's gonna go ahead and use its bonus to move 3 blocks. 1. Yeah, because then it's behind half cover if Solaris tries and shoots it with an arrow. So it kind of like ducks and shambles out of the shadows at the very back of the ship, coming forward, lurking forward at you before taking a step to the left, scuttling to the side almost like a crab. And as it does this side step, where its stinger originally was, continues forward, not moving to the side with its body. This shifting motion throws you off guard as this stinger comes flying forward at you. What is your armor? Well, okay, hold on. Make sure you just look at your armor class. You don't got to tell me what it is. But this is +3 to hit. It says 3 strength. So that'd be an 11. Does an 11 hit?
We never set up an AC. Oh, we did 13.
Yeah, you
13,
should have
13.
one.
11 doesn't hit. 11
Okay,
doesn't
so
hit.
you're fine. This whizzes past you through the air as you see this tip stinger oozing with venom covering it. Some sort of blood chemical bubbling out of the tip of it.
While it's swishing past me, can I slash it off with my dagger?
Yeah, you did. Wait, did you take your bonus action last round? I don't think so.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You can take a reaction attack. Sure. Yeah. Go ahead. Roll.
Roll 20, right? Just in that one.
Your strength. Your regular strength check.
Okay.
It's a regular dagger assault. And then your dagger does the bonus damage.
22.
That fucking smokes it. That fucking smokes it. With a 22, your dagger like, not only stabs into it, but you catch it like early, kind of almost stepping to the side yourself and just putting the dagger up. And as the stinger whizzes past, it just like cuts itself open. Yeah, it's brutal looking. That blood starts oozing out of it. Immediately, you can see this creature becoming more and more visible as it loses more and more of this blood that's transmuting it. However, as that happens, the stinger on top of it becomes less and less visible, almost disappearing from reality altogether, faintly still in the air. Can you roll damage?
That would be my dagger, right?
Yep.
Advantage or normal?
Normal.
That is 10.
No.
I
What is
do-
the what's
The melee attack is 10. Then I do damage.
You already hit it. Yeah, you already hit it.
That'd be 5 piercing.
Okay. So 5 piercing. Yeah, that fucking squishes into this thing for a good amount of damage. It's not gonna like cut the limb off entirely or anything, but it has severed it and it is bleeding everywhere. Yeah, and then initiative goes back to the top of order because these things had to go at the very bottom of order to jump in. So then it's back to the top of order. Vera, I believe you
Yes.
were at the top of initiative.
Can I throw? Okay, so is it the stinger hit Draylen's shoulder, right? It's like it pierced through it, left a hole.
Mm-hmm. And then
Can
you fell.
I aim? Yeah. Can I aim a healing potion to splash into that wound?
I was gonna say no to splash potions. I already knew people were gonna think of this. Did not think about pouring the potion into the wound though.
Like I'd be literally aiming since he's stuffed still. I'd be aiming at his hole to break the vial that's holding the liquid, and then letting pour into the wound.
Roll a strength check. He's just laying there, so he can't really defend. So just roll a strength check. We'll see what.
That's a 4.
As he like fell forward limp. This spider like started stepping up over it. Your potion crashes off of the spider as you tried to hit Draylin, and it smashes apart, half of it spilling down. Go ahead and roll a healing potion, which I think is a D4 if you have the small ones, and you can give him half of it. So you have 2 plus whatever you roll.
That's a 4.
So 6 in total. Half of that is 3. No shot, and that brings him to just enough that he is not within 5 points of death. Now he is able to resist the stun and move again. That is literally a miracle. Wow. Okay, yeah, he like.
And as soon as I throw it, like, you don't get to die so easily. And then,
Yeah, and it crashes off the spider, and half of it does heal him. He is resisting the stun, as you can immediately see his face that was starting to freeze in frustration. He's kind of like, Pharaoh, good job, you son of a bitch! And he like starts to try and pull all of his strength to get one arm under him to try and like stand back up. But it is still your turn. That would be your main action. You want a bonus action, or do you want to save that for a reaction? You'd also have a free object interaction.
Damn. I'm done. I'll leave it there.
All right, then Draylin's turn, and I think he's gonna spend his entire turn just standing back up. So,
because then the people should be pulling up now.
He returns. Well, no, they have to spend this entire turn now because Solaris is at the stairs. They can't get past her. So since she didn't move, they have to spend this whole turn waiting to get here, essentially. Because Solaris now has to move to get here. Or get out of the way of the stairs so that they can float down.
Nothing much left, man.
Because she's like posted up in the doorway with her bow and arrow.
Okay.
So yeah, they're gonna spend. Everyone else has to spend this entire round basically trying to shuffle here. Currently, it is Solaris' turn again, though.
Okay. Solaris, pull a miracle.
So back to you, Ray.
Oh goodness. Okay, so
2 spiders now. Everybody is like shuffling with you, trying to get you down the staircase. You are back over there. If you want, you can spend your entire turn and move within half of range, and that will allow everyone else that's behind you to boldly move forward.
yeah, I need to get in range. So I'm going to do some. Yeah. I suppose let's do that. 3, right?
I don't know. That's why I was asking. Not a regular turn. We're role playing. We're saying
3.
that you've basically been running this whole time, or moving, or being pushed by this crowd.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's 1,
Yeah,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you were right. My bad. My apologies.
Yep.
I thought you were saying half of a regular
yeah.
turn. My apologies. I guess it is a full turn of movement. I was
Full turn. Yep.
okay. Sure. Yeah, then you are able to move that whole distance. If you'd even like to be like 1 block back and 1 to the one like right there out in the opening, that way other people can slip around you.
Let's do. Let me see. Hold on.
If you went 5 blocks straight forward, you would end up right here. So you can't go. You can't go forward again because there's barrels in front of you.
All right.
So you could either wait there behind half cover, and both of these spiders are also behind half cover, or if you step over, one of the spiders is not behind half cover, however the other one is still behind Vero.
Let's do that. That way I don't have to worry about cars not have cover. And then I can worry about shooting the arrow at the stupid half spider by Vero.
Dang it,
These 2 are essentially in the same block. They just physically can't be because
Essentially, but
he's
not.
like standing up over him, like above him.
It's about to get him. Yeah.
coming down. Yeah, so he would be up above the barrels. You'd be able to see him over those barrels. The other one though is down like on the ground, like crouching next to Vero, trying to get him as well. And then Draylon has just stood up, but if he even takes 1 point of damage, that venom is going to paralyze him again.
Yeah.
So it is your turn. If you would like to wait and save your turn for a reaction, you can, or you can use a bonus action. You also have
I
a
like
free
the bonus
object
action right
interaction
now.
if you want to call out to
I like
Vero
the
or
bonus
someone.
action and be like, "Hey, Vero, I'm gonna like hit this guy with some poison." Like, are we all on the same page?
Just calling out to you,
Can
Vero.
you say that one more time?
Help me kill these guys or what?
Well, I'm asking you for a miracle here.
Well, right. So okay. So if I use my action to move, and I have a free action, I like to like
Well, okay.
grab the
One
spider by
spider,
him and like, yank
the
it
spider
away.
next to me. Yeah, the spider next to me is in half cover. So you
Yeah,
won't be
when
able
he
to
was
get
saying
a
he was
shot.
half covered, so I'm gonna try to grab him and throw him in the corner or something. Like grab him and rip him off.
Yeah, you'd have to wait next turn, but go ahead if you want. You can walk right up to him and
Okay.
grab
All
him.
right. Yep. I'll wait then.
These things don't got any long-range attacks, so that'd be perfect if you get within close range.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm right there.
Okay. Well, then that brings it around to everybody else. They're filling in behind you. I do not have tokens for all of these various recruits yet. So if we could just imagine, there's essentially a crowd of people armed with spells that haven't used them, running up behind Solaris. At any moment, good shit. At any moment, they're about to approach and potentially do something. However, there is one thing that is being forgotten about, and that is about 40% of this room has been filled with this fire from this barrel. And the thudding on the ground, as you can hear, the ship is it's losing its aerodynamic as pieces of the walls break and rip away into the wind, as the ship is literally falling apart because now 40% of its structural integrity is compromised.
You want to say about like that much?
Yeah.
Because
It's literally like engulfed in fire. So these recruits are making their way to you, but they all are turning their attention to this fire that is like encasing the sides of this very bottom cargo hold. And it is a lot of fire. The structural integrity of the ship is crumbling. Pieces of it are ripping and flying off in the wind. And it is like having troubles actually staying afloat as it loses its aerodynamics. And it starts to like touch down into the ground, and you can hear this thing carving through the dirt.
For my free action, can I just be like, anybody with water, just toss the fire out?
Next round, yeah, absolutely. That is your free object interaction. Absolutely, you could. Next round, anybody that is cannot fly or levitate, you are at disadvantage when making an attack. Because this whole place is like shuffling around. The one spider that is like basically essentially hanging from its webs and like descending down, it will not be a disadvantage. But the other spider that is next to Vero that is like crouching on the ground, it will be at disadvantage. So half of the enemy forces and all of your forces. And then it goes back around to top of initiative, which was Vero until these things jumped in at the end of that last initiative. So they are actually first now. Yeah, it's just gonna attack Draylon again. It's like as it jousts this stinger forward again. Not Vero, Draylon saved his bonus action, his reaction though. So as he sidesteps past this stinger, that smashes into another barrel behind him. He's gonna pick one of the barrels up, pull a move out of Vero's book, pick one of these up and try and lug it back out the spider, but just horribly misses as it just like breaks against the wall. Not even getting close to the spider. Another crit fail.
I told you to stop missing.
Draylen's aim is just terrible. Poor Draylen. And then it would go to the other spider.
Oh, no.
Who's at disadvantage, so it's gonna attack twice and take the lower.
Fabulous.
I think I accidentally clicked it 3 times. So it would take the 2 though. Of the 12 and the 2, it would take the 2, which I'm guessing will not hit even with a +3.
Nope.
So that is both of their turns. That brings it back to true top of initiative.
Wait, how did the spider attack me real quick? How did the spider attack me?
Sorry, yeah, it would just do this a similar, like, as you sidestepped it last time and slashed its stinger, it would have like recoiled it back, and now it's like it would like sidestep around a little bit and then try and be a little bit unpredictable as it jousted its stinger out at you again.
Okay. Can I go? Can I bullshit? Not that. Can I move here? Can I move here and then stab it with my dagger again?
Yeah, roll a strength check. That is your bonus action to move though, so you won't have a reaction if you don't kill this thing.
23.
Oh shit! Okay, roll damage. Yeah, you sidestep it, trying to sidestep you, and you get directly in front of it, almost anticipating where it was gonna go. Your dagger ready. As it steps forward, your dagger already meets its path, right through the interior part of its face where like all of its eyes meet in this line. You just fucking stab in there, the blade going through one eyes, each of the guard going up into poking 2 other eyes, and your fist driving the back of your fist, hitting another eye, nearly halfway blinding this thing. Roll damage.
This, and then no, it won't let me roll damage that way. Okay, whatever. Would it be a D6 or D8?
I believe the spell dagger's a D6.
But do I do plus my wisdom or no?
Yes, it is a spell dagger plus your magical proficiency bonus. So that was for you, wisdom.
Plus 2, so that's a 3.
Nice. Yeah. It is looking very bloodied at this point. It still is alive. It's still leaking tons of blood from this fresh wound as you've nearly halfway blinded it. Also, you have to roll again at disadvantage because this ship is rocking around.
Okay, so I roll another D6 and take the lower.
A D20. You have to see if you even hit this thing first.
The 5, I already don't.
Plus strength.
So 5 plus, I think my strength is 3, so that's an 8.
That does not hit, unfortunately. So yeah, as this ship is falling apart, you're in the dark. It looked like you got this thing right in the eye, and as your eyes adjust, you see a sack of potatoes that you've just like gutted with your knife. So you pull it out, these potatoes tumble to the ground. This spider ever like lurching in this corner.
Okay.
My bad. I forgot everyone's at disadvantage for this next round of attacks.
You're good.
Solaris, or sorry, not Solaris. Draylen's next.
You have reaction, right? One more.
No, you do not have a reaction because you walked. So you used your bonus action as movement.
You're right. My bad. Go ahead.
You're good. Just clarifying. Draylen, he sees this spider that's like just over approaching him. death looming on its face if he takes a single hit point of damage. And then he looks over and sees Vero, this spider that's looking so grave on death's door just beside him. And he takes the attack at this spider, canceling the fact that he's at disadvantage because this spider is already engaged with Vero. So he gets to roll normally. Damn! Arc Surge! As he casts his most powerful attack, burning every spell slot he has remaining. This blue aurora of lightning jousting across the room for 2d8 plus guaranteed flame damage if it hits. For a total of 9. As a huge chunk of this spider is blown apart and it falls to the ground, a single hit point keeping it standing, as you see the exact instincts that we seen in the last spider. One leg now trying to drag it to crawl away as its other legs are just ripped into pieces, its body set ablaze.
Essentially, the morph can't lift me, right? It's just the lantern. It doesn't have the strength to like lift me up, right? It's too small and or too weak.
Correct.
Cool. Oh shoot. Can I try aiming at that spider again? Try swing at it again.
Yeah. Roll strength. It's on 1 health, so it's pretty feeble. It can't really do much. Definitely can't really crawl away.
I'm gonna do it again because I'm at disadvantage because we're still crashing. So I'm gonna roll it again. It's a 9.
You're not at disadvantage this following round. That only applied for that 1 round.
Oh,
That's
then 13.
barreling into the ground. It's now beginning to lift up.
Okay, so it's 13.
Yeah, that meets it, beats it. Yeah, it slams into the spider this time for real. Not a sack of berries. And rolled. I mean, any damage you do would be more than 1 damage. So yeah, it falls, crashes into a puddle of itself. Not literally, but figuratively, just
Like once
collapses.
essentially when I stab it, I'm like, I'm sick and tired of spiders in this damn boat.
Its blood leaks out, and that translucentness to it disappears, as well as that stinger, and it appears as some sort of normal, enlarged spider, but a dead one. You still have a bonus action and a free
bonus
object
action.
interaction.
Can the bonus action be to toss a potion to Draylin so he can drink it?
Yeah. Sure, you can do that without
Oh,
rolling. He catches it.
Okay, I was like, hey, Draylin, catch! And then I throw the potion. Like, don't miss this one, please.
Snatches it. He's like, hate to say it, but thanks again. Pops the lid and prepares to drink it. Next was Draylin, huh? Yeah, he's exhausted,
Yeah.
so he can't really do much. Might as well drink that potion up. Make sure you're removing these potions from your inventory too.
Yep, I literally only have none left. That was my last one.
All right. 2 plus 1 is still 3 health. That brings him up to 8, or up to 9. So that's a chunky amount of health. He's almost up to full health now. No spell slots left, so he is still exhausted, but he is back up on health, fighting off this stun venom very strongly. And now he just has the threat of this lingering spider above him. And then
I was
that
about
would
to put
bring,
X's, like little X's on that spider.
and that is the spider's, or that is Draylin's turn. So spider's turn. Hit roll is an 8, which is not enough to hit Draylin. Another stinger stabs out from the darkness as this thing is moving around, trying to be as unpredictable as it can, but it misses Draylin. He is steady on his feet now, and though this venom is trying to stun him, he is still moving quite linear. Fire engulfing this place ever more becomes more and more covered by fire. So half of that is 1 plus 4. So about 50% of this room is engulfed in flames now. It is spreading quickly. You'd see some minor explosions as different barrels ruptured. I'm going to go ahead and roll a counter. I'd roll a d10, but there's quite a lot of them. So I'm going to roll a d20. Oh. And yeah, they're fighting it back. I'd say about 10% or maybe 20%.
So just need
Yeah, about it's not looking as bad. It's as if they're controlling the fire spread. So it's as
okay.
there's still pieces of the ship missing and ripping off, but the fire at least isn't engulfing anymore.
Gotcha.
They're controlling it. However few water mages there are that can actually do anything. And people are still panic carrying things up out of here, running back and forth, doing their best to get any cargo out of here as possible. Because again, it's pretty hard to make a delivery to Mist Vale. So when they can, they try to get as many just like rations and all those common trade goods through.
I'm just gonna do this. So it's like it's their path going back and forth, back and forth.
Sorry, can you say that one more time?
It's the path that they're doing to go back and like up the stairs and down the
that
stairs,
green.
up the stairs, down
Yeah.
the stairs. Yep.
As they're running back and forth between the middle and where the cargo and flames are, back up the stairs. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings it back to Solaris, who I don't know if she's returned yet. I'm gonna assume not. Vera, if you want to just continue it, just to move through initiative.
So the barrels next to me, I know the ones over here. I know these ones these are crates, and then I use one of these to throw at the spider.
Yeah.
Can I just keep one safe? Because I know one because I think that row was the one with the rum. Can I keep one of those safe for the captain?
Yeah, you would see a couple of them in that group right there, actually, that have that same seal that you've seen earlier, kind of keeping that barrel locked. There's a couple.
I tell Morph like, hey, sit on this one. Don't let it move. Don't let it break, please. And that's his order from Morph.
It whirls and whizzes around. As it hovers.
Thank you, buddy.
Spins inside of its chamber, hovering just above one of those barrels. That could be your free object interaction or your bonus action. I would say probably your free object. So you still
Free
have the main
object
action
and then
bonus.
Yeah. Can I move here? That's 2 blocks.
Yeah.
So then, I'm trying to think what I can do. Can I just literally like try to like Superman, like jump and Superman punch the spider in the eye?
Yeah. Go for it. With your dagger though, or like an actual unarmed strike?
With my dagger.
Sure.
Okay, so strength check.
You come running up.
Move out the
Your
way,
last
Draylen.
step, big leap.
There's a 5.
And you just
I trip on Draylen's shoulder when I jump. Like,
You just smash into like those barrels and into Draylen. And you appear onto the scene, but not quite close enough to get the spider. Your blade hisses through the air, cutting through some of its nest.
Like I'm slowly getting up. I tell Draylen, like, I gotta stop being around you. You're.
It's like, yeah, all right, it's on me. And he looks up at this thing. He's like, however, we gotta kill this thing. And he's just gonna reach up and grab a hold of one of its legs and try and like drag it down out of its nest. Try and slam it against the ground. And 16 is more than enough, so it's an unarmed strike. Yeah, 4 damage. He like grabs a hold of its leg. He's like, quit hiding up there. And slams it down into the ground. There's all kinds of fire leaping around over here. So now the fire is to this spider's back. We'll say he slams it down like here. He grabs it with his right arm and pulls it down with a heavy heave to the left, slamming it like one wooden axe into lumber. As this thing smashes through some of the barrels over there. It's his turn. Spider's turn, since it's technically in fire terrain. Nice drawings there, Vero. We're gonna say it is now under the burn condition. As flames leap up over its back legs. It hisses, taking 2 points of damage as fires engulf the hairs across its back legs. That stinger is waving through the flames as it decides which one of you it's gonna strike at. And it decides to go for you, Vero. A 12 lunging out, +3 is a 15 to hit. Which is just enough, piercing through for 8 damage, plus, oh, sorry, that was a D8, not a D12, my bad. Yeah, 8 damage. Wow, it landed on the same thing twice. That's crazy. For 8 damage, and if this puts you within 5 points of your max total health, you are now stunned, paralyzed. And that sucks because you were so close to winning. This thing has like 3 health left. Well, has 5 health left.
I'm dead.
So that
Like,
does
as soon as, like,
stun
you
you,
go,
though. Your body like starts to lock up, and you can feel it tightening around you. Yeah.
And I just look at Draylin
looks
with,
over,
like, a
scoffing. He sees you getting ready to go down. This technically isn't a death save, so this is more for like story's sake than anything. But Draylin is actually going to use one of his feats, which is the Blood Bloom technique. And with this, if him or an ally were to drop, he can reduce his max mana to 0, or his max spell slots to 0, and is no longer able to cast spells for the rest of the day, even if he's able to incur a short rest or anything like that. And essentially, he's going to cast a medium healing potion on Vero by ripping out parts of his own magic and decaying his own magical strength. Though he has none, this technically doesn't require any. It just says that it drops his spell slots to 0. So he literally ripped, as he's exhausted, as he has nothing left to give, not a healing potion on him, he looks over at Vero, seeing that he's about to go down to the same circumstances, and he's like, not a chance am I letting you win. And he casts this out, the blood pouring from his hands, ripping at his own magical strength as it heals you for a D8. 4 health is restored. Plus his magical modifier of wisdom, so 3, so 7 health is restored. And if that is enough to put you, that should be enough to put you away from 5 points of your max health total being 0. And if so, you are no longer paralyzed.
So how many points did it heal?
He healed you for 7.
Okay, 7 points. Got it.
But yeah, he is toast. He literally has nothing he can do. He's like, I wasn't supposed to show this off yet, but I can't let them go down like this. And this blood leaps from his hand, ripping at his own magical essence, tearing at it as he forces nature to heal you. And then it would be back to Solaris. And then back to you, Vero.
It's like, so as soon as he heals me and everything, do I not have to break off, or do I, like, since I didn't fully fall, do I catch myself,
Yeah,
or do I
I'll
have
say
to
yeah,
try?
because he used it as a reaction. So as
Yeah,
the attack was happening, he was like, "Oh, no way am I gonna let him prove he was better than me by healing me, and now I can't heal him." So yeah, he did it
yeah.
as a reaction in the moment. You wouldn't have fell. Correct.
Okay. Can I just run it? Cause the spider's already on fire and there's flames behind it, right?
Yeah.
Can I charge at it to try to like slam into it to push it more into the fire?
Fuck yeah. Just do an unarmed strike. Just a regular strength check.
That's a 21.
Absolutely. Roll a d4. Plus your strength modifier.
1 second. 4. That is a 3. My strength, I believe, is also a 3, but I'll double check. Yep, so that's a 6.
Yeah, that crumples the spider. You feel its exoskeleton giving and breaking as its body begins to crumble under this impact. Its stinger whizzes through the air, trying to grab onto anything to give it some sturdy ground as you launch this thing backwards into the flames. They circle around it, barely burning it, but it doesn't matter because I don't even think this thing lives long enough to see the flames. As you crush it and its guts and even more blood begin to spill out of it, these flames are just a secondary effect, just shrouding the evidence. You guys cough as smoke begins to fill the bottom cargo hold. Black, thick smoke everywhere. Cargo walls, everything is on fire. These spiders. You and Draylin are able to, like, arm in arm, lug each other back over to where Solaris is, at which point he would kind of, like, almost let go of you, like try and drop you, but we'd say you're probably more stable at this point than he is, because you're close to your full health.
Mm-hmm.
And he, like, kind of lets go, seeing his two goon and lackeys, and he starts walking towards them, continuing up and out of here. Everybody else has panicked and grabbed what cargo they can, and they have left here as well, leaving only you and Solaris, as you guys are able to make your way back up and out of this layer as well. Back to the top
Can I drag
layer.
that barrel that I left Morph card? Can I just drag it with me as I go up?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You grab a
Promise is a
hold of that
promise.
barrel of bourbon and drag that as well, flame engulfing this entire bottom. And as you guys get to the top, there is no look of shock on the captain's face. He stares forward, scanning the skies, these pillars of smoke rising out of the bottom of the boat, the flames lashing up. I would say the middle layer is no longer even safe. Bramble probably would have seen this, and he has wrapped up the older brother of his teammate that was caught with the stone, and him and the stone have progressed to the top, this swarm of roots nest following behind them, as they would have made their way up to the top, and everyone else is essentially at the top too. The middle hole of this place, no longer safe by any means, flames engulfing the ship as it's rickety and trying to lift off. The captain just staring out ahead. Ah, running into trouble down below, huh? They say there's nothing but trouble below deck.
And I'm coughing. I'm Here's your rum, Captain.
Well, did you figure out who it was? The captain asked.
Too busy fighting off spiders and making sure you got your booze as I promised.
Oh, I see. Thank you, thank you. You can leave it there. I'll finish it before any evidence can be found. Though, the ship starts dragging into the ground. I'm gonna try my best to make sure none of you get disqualified. Listening to the ship now, that's never a good sound. But as to finding the person so that you can pass your trial, I would say that people leave patterns. This thing has left a path. Maybe you weren't meant to find someone. Maybe you were all meant to find each other. The ship is groaning and creaking under this heavy absence of its pieces.
Thank you for that information and advice, Captain.
Vero, was it?
Aye, sir.
You were the one that asked what sights we may see, huh?
Yes, sir.
Don't keep your eyes ahead. Keep them on the mist. He laughs. There she is! And you see this giant wall of mist is directly ahead of you. I mean, like, all the way as far as your eyes can see up. Imagining that this literally goes to the clouds itself. This giant solid wall of what can't even be described as fog or mist, though it appears. It is this looming sensation of sparkles and aura, magic dancing within every speck as it glitters and shines. This wall of mist constantly rising like smoke, warping and bending, keeping this fog-like shape that just kind of like looms over the ground below, into the trees, into the forest that surrounds it, and rises all the way into the sky, meeting with the clouds, seeming to blend seamlessly. Like, as it goes up, the gray turns into a fainter and fainter as it grows into these white clouds that are passing over above in the sky. The ship is, however, just like falling apart, and the captain says he's gonna try his best to make sure you guys get there. You want to roll inspiration?
Sure.
Go ahead and roll a d20. Try and inspire the captain as you guys are having this exchange back and forth.
That is a 9.
Perfect. That's more than enough. The ship is losing its integrity, and he is losing control of it. And this last hurdle is actually the most difficult. As
I look at him like, show me how great a captain you ever were. Show it to me now.
Aye, aye, matey. Polly, are you ready? Polly wanna fly. And Polly like jumps up, its ghost-like feathers falling to the ground. You may actually pick up one of these spectral bird feathers if you would like as a component.
I would like to keep it as a memento.
And it's a spectral bird feather. Yeah, you're able to pick that up as Polly like flutters off the captain's shoulder, and he takes off into the sky, but not very high up. Not even as high as the crow's nest. Just above the ship, flying towards the front of it, getting up in front of the bow, the wind guiding under his feathers, or maybe his feathers are guiding the wind, as both in unison begin to arc upwards. The whole ship begins to fly. Pieces of it falling off faster and faster as this magic that controls it or allows it to guide is forcefully pressurizing the cabin. You see the hull kind of like breaking and cracking, but those giant iron rivets that are carved with magic are glowing even brighter, even stronger, trying to keep it together as the ship lifts up and up and up and up and up. It gets higher and higher, the wall of mist getting closer and closer, and it seems like you guys are not going to be able to make it. The ship has just lost too many pieces, holes are falling apart out of it, and the captain knows that if he isn't able to jump this wall of mist and get you above it into Mistvale, you guys will hit this wall of mist and all lose your memories and be disqualified, essentially. You'll lose all your purpose anyways. And you're getting closer and closer to it. The expression on his face is chiseling in, not one of worry, of determination. A captain willing to risk it all, his livelihood, his ship, everything, just to get you guys over this last hurdle to Mistvale. And it does. The ship's very stern, the very bottom of it, tapping over the mist, cutting it. It magically splinters, and you see these fragments as the mist disperses, and from the inside of it you can see these magical pixels, these glints of light are attaching together inside of it, making it appear like mist. This is some sort of giant sigil that has been sketched across the entire land, and you can only see that from inside the mist itself as it was cut open by the bottom of the boat, which quickly heals and fixes itself. You guys are over the mist, looking down at this vast wall of this giant oasis circle that covers around a massive castle. If you would like to heed the captain's advice, you could look off the side of the boat now.
I would heed his advice and look out the side of the boat, yeah.
Roll a investigation. Or a perception. Roll perception. Sorry.
That is an 18.
Yeah. Towards the west is where you pointed out, towards where the sun is beginning to set. It hasn't gone down or anything yet. It's still pretty bright in the sky. So bright, in fact, that as you look over that way towards the mist, the sun is shining off the mist in such a peculiar way. It's almost like when you hold a flashlight up to the surface of the water and all of the surface begins to glow. This strange bright light makes a weird silhouette. Your eyes briefly see what appears to be the outline of the silhouette of a dragon. Its large wings spread from either side. Its undistinguishable, unmistakable head perching and swaying in between the wind currents down in the mist. Its tail following suit, cutting with these currents as it swarms around. It's massive, almost the same size of the boat, but about a mile off down in the mist. You can see it only as the sun is hitting it from the other side, making its shadowy silhouette present to you through the mist.
Okay.
There be some big fish in there, matey, the captain hollers as he laughs. And there she be, your destination, Rando, Rando. And up ahead there is a giant city, like bigger than any city you've ever stumbled upon before. It's sat in these two valleys, or these two hills that make a valley. There's an entire city, like a ring within this ring of mist. Buildings of all type and design, heights and figures and widths, scattered out along these hills in a perfect ring, surrounding a giant castle, a massive castle, the centerpiece of these two rings inside of each other. This massive castle is about 1/4 the size of this entire massive city, just sitting alone in the middle of it. 4 giant towers spinning around it at all times. They're floating around, revolving around this massive castle. Nammering glow of magical lights hit off the bricks as it comes into view. Everybody hollers and laughs and points as this giant construct comes into view. Everybody immediately knows that this is Mistvale's sanctum. And I think that is where we will leave it for tonight. And I just want to thank you guys all at home for tuning in with us again in episode 7, The Voyage. Tonight was full of many adventures and many mysteries. So many lurking shadows still on the horizon. So many great beasts, both the ones we've seen and the ones that lurk just ahead. As all of these mysteries unfold and our heroes grow ever stronger, we have seen the bright flames of passion, the power of fate, and we have seen it wielded in the hands of Vero as he casts magic unlike any we have seen up until now. The battles have been adventurous, and the mysteries have been stupendous. All of this, and much, much more, lies ahead just on the other side of the mist. Next time, on Episode 8, Mist Veil Sanctum. Until then, keep your spells prepared, and join the adventure if you dare. We'll catch you there.
Before the world knew flame or fate, before the sanctum raised its gate, a dragon wandered tired and worn through misty skies of silver morn. It searched for peace, a place to lie, beneath the glow of moonlit sky, and in a valley hushed between two gentle hills of twilight green, it bowed its head in softened light and drifted deep to dreams of night. It dreamed of fire burning bright, of honor shining pure and white, of moonlit sacred, calm and true, of secrets old and wonders new. From dragon dreams the whispers grew, a hint of halls the world once knew, where mysteries danced in shadowed air, and magic bloomed in hearts that dared. That was the dawn of what would be, where five fought fate and unity. Their story closed, their watch now done, five voices fading into one. And so I speak across the yore, to those who brave what lies before. O hero born of flame or field, of moonlit craft or truth concealed, step forth, past revealed, come soon your fate unsealed. For now the sanctum stirs to see what new made legends you will be. The dragon breathes the dream once more, a calling through the ancient door. Hero before the past is through, the tale now waits to open you. Take clues I've left in mist and dew. Seek what is hidden, chase what's true. For the sanctum keeps its promise still. In silent halls and moonlit chill, it watches all you choose to do. And it's long been waiting here for you.